Set the tone. Yes, sir. Set the tone. Yes, sir. Huh.
Oi, welcome back to another episode of Set the Tone. You're back here with Johns, Miles, Marty, special guest, special friend of the show, Joe Daymond.
Joey D.
Hey, welcome to the show, mate.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, thanks for coming,
Thanks
mate.
for the sound effect too.
Yeah, no, we set that up.
Loving the setup. Love being in the building.
Great fun.
You were just shutting on the building just before, though.
Yeah.
I actually was.
Yeah.
No, it's just crack up. Like I really don't get what they're. I feel like when I see this, this is gonna be completely unrelated to anything anybody watching will be able to understand. But that thing always reminds me of like a basement. That that little brown thing.
It's a little bit. Seems like a bit of patchwork, eh?
It actually does. You know what this room actually reminds me of all the materials?
Yeah.
I don't actually know what this is officially classified as, but I see this room and I think rumpus room.
Rumpus room is
but
good.
it's a studio.
But firstly it's a
Yeah, come
studio.
on.
No, like don't get me wrong, it's absolutely a studio.
Yeah.
But
I can't believe the disrespect that's
I'm not disrespecting,
It's a dedicated podcast content creation studio.
I am not disrespecting because I remember every room that when we were little kids we got told to play in. I was like, go play in the rumpus room.
Yeah. Or like a computer room or a study or something.
Like you
Yeah.
go over to your auntie's house and be like, kids, go play in the rumpus room.
Yeah.
It was only when you got to, your neighbours and it was just him and he was saying go play in the rumpus room.
Yeah.
That was when
That
was when
we
Mum
raised
said
some
don't
eyebrows,
go
yeah.
play in there.
And that's
No.
a fair call. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Not that rumpus room,
It's a little
mate.
bit touchy, so maybe.
And this reminds me of that one.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Maybe
yeah.
it was this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to know.
Guys look like him too. But
Oh man.
Anyway, it's your first potty, I guess, in a while.
yeah, first one for a while. So
Actual.
yeah, feeling a bit rusty.
Yeah.
But it's funny. We made it strictly so for anybody watching. I have a really bad habit of when I'm with my mates only talking about work related shit, including these boys.
Yeah.
And very much, especially these boys. So we said today at the market, no shop talk.
No shop
No
talk.
shop talk.
Nothing,
Yeah.
Nah,
work,
this
nothing.
is Joe Daymond, the human. This is all of us, the people. No, there's no business will be
No,
discussed.
this is just the boys sitting down,
Cut
catching up.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
done.
up. Just having a yarn.
What are we catching up about?
Oh yeah, how's everyone's week been? You guys alright?
Yeah, I mean, wrapped up a pretty hectic first week back at work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Do you want to tell us about what you got up to at work?
We're not trying to talk about work. First week of the year, let's
Yeah.
say, of the year. So just life in
Yeah,
general.
really
It was a
was.
good start. It was a good start.
Yeah.
It was a good
Um,
start.
Hectic start.
It
Yeah.
was.
I think to a certain degree we shared a similar week. More so, you had a hectic week, but
It was
I
full
think
on.
it was still full on.
Feeling good. How are you boys feeling about this year in particular? Like,
Oh,
Really
Hey,
good.
feeling
super
good?
excited. Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
excited, bro. I know it's gonna be massive for all of us.
Yeah.
All of us in this room, like, gonna do huge things, and I honestly can't wait for what everyone else does, and obviously us together as a collective.
yeah, it's gonna be. How did you guys find 21? Let's all go around in a circle, or triangle.
Mm.
One word to describe 21. Little explanation.
Okay. Do you want to kick us off?
We'll go from there.
Yeah.
Just does it make sense, right?
Yeah, of course it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be any word. Any word.
Relieving.
Oh,
Yeah.
21 was?
Yeah.
Why?
I officially finished like one chapter of my life.
nice, bro.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Study and
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
And I'm entering a new one, so I'm kind of like, okay, it's done.
Mm.
Nice, bro.
Yeah. That's how I would say it.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Mine would be underwhelming.
Right.
Just
Fair.
because we had such high hopes for like our personal projects, and then it sort of got put on hold a little bit with the lockdown.
Yeah.
With the lockdowns. Yeah. And we had hopes to travel and do all that stuff, and everything went on hold.
And
so
Excel. Oh, sorry, this is yours. Go on.
yeah. But I told you we could start from you. So yeah, mine will be underwhelming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine, bench.
Bench.
Interesting.
So the whole time, like end of last year while we were in lockdown, I kept telling Grace, who's my missus. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, fellas.
And gents.
Yeah.
Kept telling her, I was like, I feel like I'm sitting on the bench just waiting to get clocked in.
Yeah.
But that's what this year feels like, is that we're clocked
You're
in.
clocked in now.
Clocking in now.
Yeah, you're in the game.
Now we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what 2021 for me, the bench.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But just bench, no though.
Yeah. Mine could be a numerous like a number of words, but I'll probably go with like
Just one word, mate.
I know that's what I'm
Just one
saying.
thing, say. Yeah.
Yeah, just relax. Probably either grateful or gratitude.
Nice, bro.
Okay.
I had to learn.
Not higher.
Yeah. So I had to learn that
To be grateful.
to be grateful.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I ended off the year being grateful, or maybe
Nice,
more
bro.
so the start of this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think like ending the year, I learned to just be grateful and have that gratitude,
Mm.
and more so this first week of the year. Last year, almost like you said, what was your word?
Underwhelming.
Underwhelming. It
Yeah.
was so underwhelming
Yeah.
that you had to almost find the good.
For
Yeah.
sure.
True.
And so
That's a
off
really
the
good
back of
point.
that, I decided to at least try and be grateful,
Nice, bro.
Nice, bro.
and then roll into this year.
I reckon that's a really good one. So because we can kind of say, I mean, probably apart from you, Miles, I feel like you had a great year
Oh,
finishing.
yeah, but also
Yeah.
a fully hectic one for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You know, as positive as it was also a lot of
Yeah, many lows as well as many highs.
because we firsthand hearing about it. So
Yeah, sometimes when they didn't even want to hear about it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, boys.
yeah, it's like after a conversation with this guy, I feel like 12 rounds with Ali.
Bro, straight
You know,
up, man.
into the eardrums. Wow,
Straight up,
respectfully, man. Yeah. And we loved it.
heavy.
Hey, and we loved it because
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Nah,
Yeah.
straight up.
But sorry, you're saying?
No, well, following that kind of year, what was one thing you ended up being grateful for then? So you were saying you were practicing gratitude.
Yeah.
What was your thing that you were grateful for in a year that didn't really give a whole lot to be grateful for?
Maybe just finding the gems in my life. Like obviously
Nice.
already having them, but maybe the boys, like our relationship, like
Yeah.
pause, like you know the kind of
Play.
just
Fast forward.
Play fast.
yeah. So like unlocking those gems
For sure.
because you had to like really dig down, right?
Yeah, bro.
And so for me, it'd probably be that. Just even as hard as it may have been for everyone, just trying to really find it. And I probably only
Yeah.
found it in the last week of the year, to be
Straight
honest.
up.
Right,
bro.
no, honestly,
And
same.
I get
it probably came. That was probably off the back of just realizing that okay, we do have a few things coming up, and
Yeah.
like you said, we've been on the bench just watching,
Yeah.
and so like everyone switches off at the end of the year. It just felt like a continuation.
Yeah.
And so I
It
don't
didn't
feel like
stop,
I don't
yeah.
feel like this is a new year. I just feel like it's a continuation of the back end.
Yeah, it's some of the work we
So,
started.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Yeah, I totally agree on that. I think it's good when you're in the pursuit of something that you're passionate about. Like at all. I don't know. Did you guys ever go through a point in your lives where you were real caught up on time? Like I need to do this by this age. I need to
Yeah.
do this
Fuck
long.
yeah.
Yeah.
But bro,
100%.
I was so bad at that. Like, but as soon as I started sort of bringing in passion into my life and things that I enjoyed doing, bro, I didn't give a shit about time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I have no like. I'll never talk and like we need to have done this by this point.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like because I'm happy to be in it for however long I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this with Eddie on Friday, on
Yeah.
the last thing. So
Yeah.
just
What do you guys
Um,
talk about?
just like obviously the plans and stuff moving forward,
Yeah.
just individually and professionally, I guess,
Yeah.
and how our perception of time
Yeah.
and having that time pressure,
Mm.
I think in our late teens, early 20s, controlled us
Yeah, oh, 100%.
and
100%.
dictated every move you'd make.
For sure.
Yeah, bro.
And so now it's almost shifting away from that
Yeah.
to like, yeah, time is obviously precious.
Yeah.
So then why waste time thinking about the time?
Yeah.
Why not
Yeah.
act now and make the most of it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense. I don't
And-
know.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
Nah, and when you're like pursuing something you genuinely enjoy, it's like you said, it's a lifelong pursuit, and
Yeah.
you just like enjoy getting after it every single day. You're not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
putting that pressure on yourself or feeling that anxiety of like, oh, I need to be here by
For
this
sure.
date or
Yeah.
whatever. And like you and I talk about that all the time. It's
Yeah.
like, especially in our younger days,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I felt like by 25 I needed to have my life figured
Yeah.
out, and by 30 I need to be here, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Any chance I can join that conversation?
Nah, mate.
I'm here every now and then, so just feel free to bring me in.
I'll loop you in next time, bro.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because we were so fixated. I guess we were kind of drilled to have that like 5-year mindset.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, well, I was
Yeah.
looking at somewhere. I was just like, this is the youngest we're ever gonna be.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
And I think
For
you
sure.
just gotta take a step back and be like, okay, let me like live
Yeah.
every day, being like, okay, this is it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, get after it, eh?
For sure. And I think, like me personally, I think I found better things to hold myself accountable to. And like now, time is the least valuable thing to hold myself accountable to. Because it's like, for me, I like, hold myself accountable to my goals, to like what I want to do, to who I want to be.
Yeah.
Those are way better than if I'm just worried about like, oh, I need to do this year and this year.
Yeah.
Because the things that I have in mind, it's like I said before, I'll do however long, they need to be done.
And because you never know, like how the course could change, and it could
100%.
it could be fast tracked, or it could even take longer, or you might another opportunity might come about. So why not just try and capitalize on what you can right now? You know,
straight up,
with the big picture in mind. But like just
And that's like anything. Like I'm not even just talking about professionally. Like I remember when I was a kid, I used to talk about like, I want to have a missus by like this age and need to have a house and all that shit.
Yeah.
Got none of that shit.
Well, you got a missus, bro.
Oh, yeah, I got a
You
missus.
just said like 30 seconds ago.
That's pretty good.
Or do I?
Yeah. And bro, I was gonna say, do you guys feel like you actively can feel yourself maturing?
Yeah.
Like I've like felt that quite recently. It's like I'm becoming a little bit more like perceptive, like a little bit more just aware of myself as a man, and
For sure.
I'm like, about time.
I was thinking, I've been looking at the clock and I'm like,
When's it gonna mature? You know.
But like to play on that too, like right now, I feel like I don't know shit about anything. But then when I actually compare myself to a year ago, I'm like, holy
Way
fuck,
different
I've
pace.
learned so much.
Yeah, bro. Hard out.
And I'm kind of in this like, all of us, I guess, we're this weird kind of dichotomy where we don't know anything at the same time we know so much.
We've learned so much.
Or we've learned so much.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
yeah.
Should we start the podcast?
Yeah, we'll start now.
Yeah, let's start the podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to Set the Tone.
Was that really not even the start?
Nah.
Remember, I told you, that's not a podcast. It's just
my bad.
Hey, that first topic is really throwing me for a loop, eh?
Yeah, it's changing tack from the previous time we just said.
Yeah.
And honestly, as a Drake superfan, I just thought you'd know.
Yeah,
Dude, I have no idea about any of this.
Yeah.
So these two know it.
So the first
You tee it up, bro.
the first topic on the board just says Drake condom situation.
Yeah.
So he doesn't use them. So we're on to the next topic.
Yeah,
which
okay.
is,
We already found that out.
you guys use condoms?
I have no need
not
for
when
them.
I have to.
I have no need. I'm never.
Damn, all right.
I'm not fortunate to.
Just happy to have them run around the shop. Because you need employees. Like, that's
Straight out, yeah. That's a business decision
Keep
for
it in
them.
house.
They get bored and you start writing that, spelling out their IRD forms.
What's that? What's that? What's ID?
I don't know. I think it's Spanish.
I gotta keep the employees in house. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In-house.
In house, bro.
Gotta keep
Nah,
it in
yeah.
house.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. Do you know the backstory? So you want to tee it up?
So the general idea that I got, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, which I'm probably not.
Here we go.
Is apparently whenever Drake has sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell the story first, and then that'll obviously give the bigger picture. So he had sexual intercourse with a young lady, and following it, he went to the bathroom. He used the condom, took it off, put it down or something, went to the bathroom. She then went to scoop.
yeah. Ingredients.
She went to scoop the liquid out of the condom.
Yeah.
And
To get the bag.
Inseminate.
insert it.
Yeah.
She wanted to
course.
inseminate herself.
Yeah.
Insert it into her genitals.
You hear that?
Little did she know.
Little did she know, swit it. Her vagina starts burning and she starts like screaming her lungs off.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Because he put chili in the condom.
Tabasco.
To kill the Tabasco.
Yeah,
to kill
hot sauce,
the,
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the fuck? Wait, what?
Lucky genius, eh?
Low key?
That's why there's no Tabasco sauce in Toronto.
It's all at Drake's house.
So okay,
He's been
okay, so that's
stockpiling.
wild, but makes sense. Scientifically, do his little generals die?
So wait. Okay, two things here. Two
Okay,
things.
yeah.
Number one, so this is such a weird conversation. But so when you
That's rich.
when you nut in a condom, are those still like good to go swimmers?
Yeah.
Are they actually?
Of
They're good to go.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know.
I thought it was like a there was like an expiry date, you know, like
Bro,
No, but like, it
well,
wouldn't-
think-
10 seconds?
Bro,
Yeah.
think
I
about
don't
it this way. Say you see the supermarket, like the big ass vinegar bottle.
Yeah.
And you've been to like sushi, right?
mm,
And they got the little ones.
yeah.
You think they're buying it like that?
No, of course.
They're getting the fat ass vinegar.
Oh,
bottle
100.
and putting it in the little.
And it's still got a
the
shelf
little-
life,
it's-
yeah.
And you know it's shaped like a fish.
Yep.
They put it in that little one, and then you can squirt that.
Yeah, I just
So
made.
it's still,
Have you ever squirted
yeah.
the little one? The little vinegar
Yeah.
still tastes good, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
taste.
And that's cum.
And just facts. No, that's a fact.
Metaphorically.
I think essentially what you're trying to
The
say is that
analogy of doing
the
it,
shelf
yeah.
life does carry over.
The shelf life of cum.
Or just
What is it?
Yes.
How
what,
many-
the shelf life?
Yeah.
Personally, I haven't tested it out.
If someone listening knows the shelf life of cum,
Yeah.
If
please.
I had to guess, I'd say 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
But when
Nice.
does it stop turning? When does it stop being cum and turns into a baby? Like once it's out?
Nah, so
Once the two things form
Oh,
the
then-
embryo.
yeah.
what happens? What I've been told is that the semen exits the urethra and enters the uterus, and then it soaks the egg slash
No.
ovaries.
Yeah.
You missed a step.
What did I miss?
What did you miss?
If a man loves a woman,
Yeah.
When two people love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so when
When
Not necessarily. You ever met my family?
so the swimmers
Yeah, they skipped that part. But yeah, soaks the ovaries.
yeah.
You know the ovaries, don't you?
Yeah, 100.
Soaks the ovaries, and then I think it's the ovaries that then create the egg.
Gotcha.
Right.
Embryo.
The egg moves
Zygote.
into the uterus.
Yep.
The uterus
becomes,
womb.
becomes a zygote.
Yeah.
into the womb.
Yeah. And then 9 months later, Martin's born.
Yeah.
Yeah, full head of hair, full beard,
Yeah.
and straight onto the
tools.
Honda Civic. That
Yeah.
100%.
pulls into the driveway.
That's me.
9 months.
Yeah.
I really got that whole biology
actually-
thing wrong, but
No,
No,
Yeah.
I reckon
dropped
you were
science
spot
in
on,
year
bro.
10, so.
I reckon you were spot on.
Probably.
Okay, so the cum is still alive,
Pretty
and,
much.
and
yeah.
so
It
the
is.
next question is putting hot sauce in it. Does that now?
Yeah.
That kills the
Yeah.
cum.
That
Do you
kills
reckon?
It does?
It does.
Well, if he's done it really,
I
it
was gonna
must.
say,
yeah.
Yeah, he
And
must
he's,
have
he's only got what, one kid?
He's only got one, so it's clearly working
It's
for him.
working for him.
Yeah.
It kills the cum. Tabasco sauce and saliva.
Angel?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So why doesn't he
You
just
must
spit
go
in
through a
it?
lot of saliva then.
That's why people spit on it before they make sure. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But, oh no, that's out the case.
What? Just say it.
Just like adding flavor. You know what I mean?
What to the cum?
Yeah. What if he's just adding flavor to it?
I mean, that is absolutely plausible.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it was interesting that if he was adding flavor to it and Auntie knew that,
Mm.
how she was tasting that by entering it into her.
Yeah, it makes no
Yeah.
sense.
So she was clearly trying to make another El Drake.
yeah, she's trying to have another
Well,
one.
imagine the check you get from that. Though.
Bro.
Oh, 100%.
That's
I'll
a
do it
lifetime
too.
guarantee.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
would be crazy though is that it could, maybe it could still work. The Tabasco sauce and Drake's cum.
Do you reckon it's worth a try, eh?
Yeah, the baby just comes out Mexican.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go.
yes. That'll be
There
it.
you go.
Or
That'll be
ginger.
it. Or ginger.
Fire redhead. Can we say that?
What?
What?
Well, we just did. so-
Redhead?
What,
Yeah.
redhead?
You can say
Fiery,
redhead.
fiery.
They're fiery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out with a bit of spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why does he add Tabasco sauce and not just throw it away? Like a
No, because he threw it away.
He threw
Oh.
it away.
But she clearly went back
grabbed
and
it.
got it and tried to inseminate herself.
Yeah.
So obviously, this is what happened. They did the deed.
Yeah.
He made sure to remove the condom,
Mm.
put Tabasco sauce on it to kill his seed,
Yeah.
put it in the bin,
Yeah.
knowing there's a chance that she could come back, so obviously kill it.
Yeah.
Fuck
He had
me.
obviously left, come back because she's screaming.
Yeah.
So she's obviously tried to inseminate herself with the spicy semen,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and obviously didn't work out well for her.
Fuck the admin of being Drake, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
The admin of trying to just have a one night stand and you got to do all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you typically have to do extra stuff for one night stands in general.
Do you?
Have you guys had a one night stand?
Yeah. Not in a long time.
Doesn't count
Oh, together.
because you guys have seen each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure,
right.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, no. Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you started a podcast together.
Yeah.
It's not a one night stand.
Well, what sort of
It's
extra
a
work?
3-year deal.
What sort of extra work are you referring to?
Like next day kind of thing. Like
Yeah, that does,
You
yeah.
know, if it is quite awkward because you're like, well, do we pretend that we're like still mates, or do we?
Nah, you know what time it
No,
is,
that's
right?
a lot of extra. That's a lot of extra admin.
Yeah.
I remember one time I sat outside on the street and didn't have there was no Uber. There was no Uber.
Oh, this was
This was way back
in the day.
There was no Uber or anything.
Yeah.
So I had no way of getting home, no phone, no cash. So I literally just had to sit outside on the street and wait for somebody to pick me up. And it just so happened my cousin was driving to work and saw me.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, he was picking me up from our cousin's house.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was leaving his house, but
He's just backing out of the driveway. Like, I'm out of here.
It's convenience.
He was already leaving for work, so I was like,
Yeah. Why not?
I'll hop in with you, yeah?
But yeah, 14 was a crazy year.
yeah.
How old were you guys when you lost your virginity?
Pending.
Yeah, pending.
How old was I? I was old, man. I was a late bloomer, eh? Like 20. Well,
12.
Were you in your 20s?
yeah, bro, yeah. I would have been.
What, like 21?
Yeah, probably 21.
Judgmental tone right there,
Yeah.
mate.
Hard out,
No,
man.
I was late. I was 18, 19.
Yeah. No, I think that's not late. That's pretty.
That's
good.
that society makes you feel like that's late.
Yeah, society makes you
Yeah.
feel you gotta
Normal?
do it at like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember there were dudes that I went to school with that were reading at like 13.
Yeah, bro. Straight
It's
up.
like, what?
Oh, that was wild, eh?
That's where did you grow up again?
Waitangi.
Yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
late bloomers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
13,
That's what they're
14,
called.
that's
Those are called
like,
late
man,
bloomers.
Yeah, yeah.
They're catching up,
I
eh?
remember by the time I had sex for the first time, there was a few of the boys were bloody on their
Parents.
second.
Granddads.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Straight up.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that. It'd be like
Yeah, but
that. But shout out Waitangi.
Yeah.
That is a place that could use Tabasco sauce and condoms.
Fucking
Oh, man.
or just condoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, all condoms.
Yeah.
Just condoms, yeah?
Come on, kids, wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
Jeez. Also, I feel like I'm the only one answering all of Joe's embarrassing questions, eh? You guys are.
It's not embarrassing.
You guys are really skating. You guys are really skating by.
Yeah, how old are
You
you?
guys are really skating by.
Pending.
these. See what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was late bloomer too,
One
like
of these,
22.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Religious.
Yeah, religious.
There was a time.
Were you
where-
religious?
Yeah, no, where I was saving myself to marriage until
Oh,
like
shit.
Really?
lost my virginity. I'm like, no, I'm good now.
You Christian?
That was just the excuse I was using.
Yeah.
Always gonna cover up, eh?
I remember I was saving myself for marriage.
Question, Joey. Is Waitangi actually wild?
It's actually...
Because you know how like Hamilton's got their stigma.
And then you go there and it's actually pretty like...
It's not too bad. I mean, we're hardly there, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But is Waitangi like wild like
It
that?
was pretty wild back in the... But it's wild like in small spits, you know? So there's actually like... A lot of it's fairly normal. But there's definitely like, out the gate shit there.
What do you guys mean by wild? Like what is that?
I'll tell you... This will give you an indication. So I remember I was walking home from intermediate one day. And one of my mates just walks up to me and goes, "Bro, you want to have a sip?" And he's sipping on a vodka cruiser.
Oh, true.
True.
Yeah, I was 12.
Fucking hell.
And did you have the sip?
Bro, I was fucked.
Straight to head,
Yeah, I was fucked walking home. But yeah, like kids, you know, kids would
Just shit like that, eh?
walking home. Remember there was this alleyway that kids would like smoke weed in and shit, and there was always fights in that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's actually no different to like anywhere else, really.
There's
But-
pockets of like Auckland that's like that, I guess.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Gen Z recently because
Yeah.
they're making us feel some type of way.
Yeah, hard out.
Are they getting like, are they starting to do that stuff earlier, or are they getting more like mature?
Nah, because I think it's the other way around.
It's
bro.
not
They're,
cool.
they're not doing it as
yeah,
much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
As
cool.
much,
Yeah, drugs and
Because
shit is
we were
not
talking
cool.
about the sex thing, and apparently they're not doing that as much.
Yeah, they're not doing
And so
that.
it's like the drugs and stuff like that. I don't know.
Same boat.
Same
Same
thing.
boat. Yeah, yeah.
You know
yeah.
what they are doing a lot though? They're doing like, so if you think about what like somebody who, at least within our generation, considers themselves socially acceptable. So it'd be somebody who's like, I don't smoke cigarettes, but they fucking vape every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit like
Which
that.
is
The kids are doing,
okay.
you
So
know?
yeah, they're trying to make themselves. Do you think it's like a trying to make themselves like look better?
Oh, bro,
As
it's, you know what's crazy is I was listening to this podcast the other day and they were talking about how the entire thing around like, you know, the social expectations, like when we were younger, you know, the whole thing about being cool and like being masculine and stuff, that's changed now
Yeah.
to being, you know, virtuous, I guess, and the appearance that you support like certain things and you live by certain values, even though that may not actually be the case, but kids are picking on that early, that okay, that's what you have to do to not get in trouble
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I have to be like without actually understanding like what that actually means. Do you
Yeah.
kind of get what I mean?
So you got to front being virtuous.
I don't think it's the front. I think it's just you assimilate to what you think is acceptable, especially when you're a kid. You have no idea what
Oh,
your actual
totally.
identity
Do you think
is.
our generation fronts more so than the Z?
Front's like what specifically being virtuous or just in
virtuous.
general?
Just in general.
Yeah, there's like a level of it, right?
Yeah.
Our generation does, I guess, but Gen Z are doing it like.
Because they've picked up on, or they're trying to avoid the repercussions.
Like for an example, I would say something like climate change. You're seeing them talk about climate change all the time, and if I'm completely honest, I bet most of them do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they
We
know.
say that all the time.
Sure.
But they know, and the same way that we back in the day we used to feel like we had to act tough and play rugby and shit.
Yeah.
That's their
Okay,
version of
okay,
that.
that makes
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense.
So
So
that's
they're all gonna be saying like, yeah, I'm all for climate change and shit, and they're still chucking their rubbish.
So they
outside.
so they're just trying to ride these trends and be cool.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like to be accepted.
To be accepted,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
And that's the new thing.
Right, yeah. So
Ah.
that's a good explanation.
Yeah, but also like
It's pretty interesting.
we've been we kind of been saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like how many of these kids that go to like the protests and do all the rest of that stuff
Yeah,
is
really
like
care.
and bro, that's exactly it. It's like and to be honest, I'm on the side. It's like they shouldn't have to actually understand that.
Yeah.
yet,
Yeah. But to be socially accepted, they feel like they have to.
They feel like they have
Yeah.
to, and it's like when it comes to like my younger brothers, and I'll be the same with my kids. It's like I'm not gonna force an expectation of understanding on shit like that before they've even figured out who the fuck they are.
fuck yeah.
Because I'm like, I would much rather you figure out what your perspective is
Yeah.
before you then feel like you have to start putting that perspective
Right.
onto like all these really complicated things.
Yeah.
Even people our age fucking don't even understand what their viewpoint is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So I honestly feel bad for the kids.
So they
'Cause,
they almost feel like it's like, oh, what are the 3 issues you care about the most?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, fuck, I'm like 16 years old. All I care
I know.
about is like,
I'm just fucking
soccer
trying to-
practice or whatever. Like,
No, honestly.
I don't want to think about that shit, man.
Honestly.
Equality and all that. Like, fuck, it's not one for me to worry about.
Bro, like you think about how hard it is for you to probably have a conversation about it now without like feeling like you're scared about upsetting someone.
Yeah,
or
bro.
offending someone.
Yeah.
Imagine like a 15, 16-year-old kid.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Bro, I was scared to tell people I hadn't had a root yet.
Yeah. I don't even think I had all the words to like explain how I
Fucking
feel. You know?
oath.
Like,
Just everyone's like, yeah, I had a root. Like, oh, me too, bro.
yeah, hard out.
I can
Root,
see.
yeah.
If you told me climate change back in the day, I would have been like, yeah, fucking turn the AC off. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
hard,
know what the fuck you're talking about.
hard out, hey. I get, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How did we even get onto that from Drake putting hot sauce in his condoms?
Well, doesn't matter how we just did.
Yeah,
So,
we just did,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel for the kids, man. It's
yeah.
it's a harder thing to navigate, but I think there'll be more alert.
Mm.
But the generations will just get more and more alert. They'll get more.
Oh, yeah.
Every generation's
Yeah,
had
yeah,
their struggles,
yeah.
so it's what it is.
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm not glossing over it, but like
Yeah.
every generation has had their struggles.
yeah.
So.
Oh.
I think it's a good time to be a kid now, because like
You reckon?
yeah, everyone's more accepting. Like the nerds are cool now.
Yeah.
Whereas before,
True.
when we were growing up, it's very much you had to fit one mold.
Yeah.
If you didn't fit it,
Yeah,
you
but they
were
don't get to
weirdo.
play outside anymore, Like,
Yeah,
that's the
I
stuff
mean, I
like-
guess so.
But are we just projecting that, bro?
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a kid in this day and age.
Nah,
You
neither.
know?
Nah,
really,
neither.
neither.
Nah, I
Just
really
too
wouldn't.
much, bro.
I
Too
really
much.
wouldn't. It's way too much.
Yeah, too complex.
Okay.
Bro, back in the day, all you had to worry about is going to school, doing your 5 classes,
Yeah.
and then you could go play cricket, you could play footy, you could go
Yeah.
play PlayStation, and just like hang out with your friends, ride a bike, eat some lollies. Like now, it's like fuck, I gotta jump on the
No,
internet and
no. See, I understand that for a normal kid, right?
yeah.
But for like the outcasts, those that don't have a community per se, back then you
I
couldn't
understand.
find one.
I
now
understand.
you can.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
understand. Yeah, for that sort of crowd,
Yeah.
it's probably a lot better now
Yeah.
because now they can just jump on the internet and they can connect with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But just your average kid, fuck, now you have
Yeah,
to
they're
worry
gonna be
about
screwed,
climate
yeah.
change and
You gotta,
you know what I'm saying,
Trying
like
to
worry
embrace. Yeah.
Keeping
Yeah.
up image.
gender equality,
Yeah,
and he,
shit
you know,
like
he's
that,
got to make
yeah.
sure that he says his part on his
100%.
stories. To make sure he puts up a black square when it's time to put up a black
Yeah.
square. Like, fuck, he doesn't know what that shit means.
Exactly. Yeah. And for people that are watching, like, obviously,
Heaps of them, which is cool.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you understand like where we're coming from. We know those things are important,
Yeah,
but what we're saying is, imagine a 13, 14-year-old kid trying to comprehend.
totally.
Yeah, it's the
So-
comprehension, not understanding it, but having the feeling of, oh, I need to at least look like I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And that'd be so tiring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you're like putting on a front. I mean, as much as they might want to know about it, it's not something
it's like
It's not the easiest thing to grasp.
Nah,
There's a lot
not at all.
involved. So, and it's not just one topic. It's just all sorts.
Yeah,
so much,
right?
a lot.
So tiring.
And you know what? Like, it's a new thing every week. To be
Exactly.
honest. It's a new thing every week, and it's fuck. It's tough enough. It's tough enough for us in our 20s.
yeah, straight, yeah, right out.
On the wrong end of it as well. Wrong end of 20s.
Yeah, and you know when
Not on the good end.
you know what you were like as a 13 and 14-year-old. Like, fuck, you don't.
The
You don't
man.
What were we worrying about at 13, 14? Holy fuck.
fuck all, bro. Nothing.
Honestly.
You know what is that? Like year 9?
9,
year 9?
yeah, 9, 10, yeah.
Oh,
9, yeah.
bro. I was just like,
Because what's the Fijian 9? Year 9.
Uni.
Uni, yeah.
yeah. No, just get a job.
That was racist, man. But
Yeah, you need to go home and think about that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, love it.
Yeah, post about it, yeah.
Yeah.
shout out my brothers.
No,
Yeah.
but you actually went to school overseas, didn't you?
Yeah, but started college. Went from started college to all the way through it in Wellies.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think we came back just before intermediate.
yeah.
Still a decent chunk, eh?
Yeah, so that was pretty buzzy.
Bro, touch on that, bro. What was that like? That's fucking wild.
Bro, you know what was really cool was, I think the most valuable experience that I had growing up overseas was, so when you're in an expat community, everybody's just like merged together. So if you're not from where you are,
Yeah,
doesn't matter what class you are. So we're like very middle class. My parents aren't rich or anything.
Yeah.
But because of all the expats, bro, we were like friends with fucking some rich ass people.
really, like
Yeah.
ambassadors and stuff.
Bro, hard out. Ambassadors' kids, bro,
Yeah.
genuine billionaires.
True.
So it was such an awesome experience. I think for me, and it still sits with me to this day, seeing how normal people that successful are,
Right.
and being able to hear like what their attitudes and stuff were back in the
Yeah.
day.
Mm.
Bro, richest dude I've ever met, who was one of our good family friends back then. It's always stuck with me. He used to tell me and my brothers, like, you know, I've never read a book before.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
Straight up. He's like,
Really?
I've never read a book.
Damn.
And this is the richest dude I've ever met.
And what was like? Why? And what was that?
No, I think in all
And
honesty,
his name, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Don't you own a book company?
That's right, legit. Eh? You used to sell books.
That's why I sell them, because I can't read them.
I ain't got use for the shit.
But yeah, it was crazy because, you know, you really got to see. I think for me, what I learned was we get so much noise when we're growing up about what you need in order to be successful, in order to
Yeah.
be. But I would see it firsthand. I'm like, okay, you don't need all these things that they say.
Yeah.
There's just these very clear things that I can see right now and understand as a 8, 9, 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And that was good communication, being the guy that's crack up on the dinner table. You know, always being accessible, like very basic things that anybody can be. I saw
Yeah.
those as like the marquee
Yeah.
sort of skills that he had,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that always sat with me with like, okay, so
That's dope, bro.
That's all you really need. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the man, bro, and he would always talk about like, I'm not smart. I'm not really. Honestly don't even really know shit about my job. Like,
What?
but
Really?
but he was super successful because he was great with people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ultimately, and all of them were.
So it's just like, just know what you're good at,
Yeah.
and then you don't have to like conform to the mold of
Mm.
like a umbrella. You just, if you know you're good at something, just do it.
Yeah.
Instead of like how schools are now, just like everyone.
Everyone's got to be good at everything.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing that I found was like when you are that kind of person who's just, when you're just super fun to be around,
Right.
it's more about attracting the opportunity and what, like,
Right.
it just comes to you.
Yeah.
You're not out there like having to chase it because
Yeah.
people are so drawn to you that they're going to want to just work with you in some capacity anyways.
Yeah.
And it was when I started like applying that to like my own life, that was when like things really started happening for me.
Okay.
So that was what being overseas really opened my eyes up to.
True, and that's something that I feel like you wouldn't necessarily get here. You know, like
Nah.
clearly that had a massive impact, and
Yeah.
it's in a very unique situation that you were placed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's clear and shaped you all these years later.
For sure. But because also it's like so you think about here and you think about, because New Zealand's actually extremely segregated.
Yeah.
It's very hard to move in between, like, you know, whether it's race or age or class. It's so hard to get access between
Yeah.
the different points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you even if you do, like for me, I had like what I felt like was a fairly good like value proposition, like fairly good skills and things to add.
Yeah.
And even I found it difficult, so I can't imagine how difficult it is for people that don't have things like that.
Yeah.
But when you're overseas, literally the only thing that ties you all together is you're not from the country.
Yeah.
As soon as you see like somebody that's not from there, you're like, yo, what's up? They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck if you're rich or not. You're bonding on something that's so basic.
Yeah.
And that's why overseas is awesome.
So this you're almost just stripping down, literally, like we were talking about last week, just being
Strips
human.
everything away.
Just being
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like stop trying to like front and be something you're not.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying, if you strip it back, just get to the basics, do yourself. You'll gravitate, or people will gravitate towards you.
100%.
And like the right people, the people that you need.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have you don't have to be everyone's favorite, because
Yeah.
like that's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, it could, but like not necessarily.
Yeah, absolutely. And I find when you apply that to like where you are, if you apply that whole basic thing of, okay, if I've got nothing to add to you but who I am as a person and my personality, and that's the driver for our relationship, then sure, that may not happen for, the next person you go and meet. But it's such an easy thing to replicate.
Totally,
You'll be
yeah.
able to do it so
Yeah.
often that
Yeah.
at some point it will happen for you.
Correct.
100%,
And it's such an authentic place to start from,
Yeah.
right? It's just
And it's not tiring. It's just
Fucking
not. It's not. It doesn't weigh you down because
Hard.
you're not trying to be something.
You're not.
You're not.
yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Which is
absolutely.
like we're saying, like just be more human, be you.
Straight
Yeah.
up, bro.
And,
for
but
sure.
that's also hard to put into action because
It is.
you're surrounded by things we've been conditioned to
Mm.
not do that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
make a start.
Do you
That, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting point you bring up. Like, you sit across the table from someone who looks objectively,
Yeah.
so much different. than you.
Different.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, if you strip back the layers and you kind of talk to the person,
Yeah.
they're actually the same,
Yeah.
100%.
And then
100%.
And
again,
even if they're not, you find that out.
yeah, you find
out who they are, which is also
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're meant to like, work together, whatever.
Yeah.
At least you find out the true person,
Yeah.
as opposed to these fronts and just
Exactly.
like, it gets tiring.
It sounds so cliche, but it always works.
Yeah.
Always works. Yeah.
I think, one thing I kind of picked up on is not picked up, but I guess is more the elephant in the room is you weren't an expat in like Germany or like the UK.
Yeah.
You went to India.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
Singapore?
Hey?
Taiwan, Singapore?
So we're to India and Malaysia.
Malaysia,
Yeah.
Malaysia.
And Malaysia too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two very different countries
Two
to New
very
Zealand.
different countries.
Very
Yeah.
different. Very different.
I guess it's more of a two-part question. What was the culture shock again, or kind of being in those countries? And number two, what did you take back from those countries here?
Dang. What I took back, 100% work ethic,
Okay.
for sure.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Makes
like,
sense.
I remember that being really, hitting me really hard as a kid.
Yeah.
Seeing just how hard, like that Asian work ethic is different.
Different.
They're built different, eh?
Different.
And you could not believe it unless you saw it like firsthand.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, just quickly, how old were you when you lived there?
we moved when I was 5, and then moved back 10, maybe 11.
Okay,
It's a
so
good
that's
5.
still really young.
You still see a lot of things.
And
You-
it's but it's interesting that even at the young age that you were there,
Yeah.
you managed to take something so significant back with you.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It wasn't just like, oh, the food was nice, like.
You know what's so weird is I actually remember more from those years than I do probably from like early high school and
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, probably.
I guess
and,
because
like,
it's so
into-
different, right? It's like
It was so different. It was so like poignant on me as a young man
Hmm.
that I just remember them so clearly still.
yeah.
And because we, this is gonna sound. So when you're an expat in like a place like Malaysia and India,
Yeah.
you have a maid.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you
And
do.
it sounds super bougie, but like it's quite like.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
the
it's
normal.
standard.
Yeah,
It's
it's
quite
standard.
normal.
Yeah, standard practice.
Yeah.
And bro, I would watch ours work legitimately 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Did they live with you or they?
Yeah, look,
yeah.
in India she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malaysia she had her own place. And we got real close to her. She would like take us, me and my brothers, home for dinner.
Yeah.
Which is usually a no-no, but my parents, they
That's all
were
good.
chill with her and they were just like, just do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd watch them work, 20 hours a day. Never
Wow.
complain,
Mm.
always had energy. And the other crazy thing is they usually come from like really rural areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't live with their families.
Yeah.
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 They have to send money back
Yeah.
to the
They
families.
have to send money back.
Yeah.
And they're usually like in and this wasn't something that like my parents decided. They would pay them extra, but they get paid fuck all.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get paid nothing.
Yeah.
But they're the rich ones, like to their community and their
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. And it sucks because the people that do have like those kind of like maids and nannies and stuff, they can very much afford to pay them more.
For sure.
But because the standard is so low, they're like, oh yeah, we'll just meet the standard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, very much can't afford to pay them more.
Yeah, and so that's something that sticks with you as a kid. You're just like, holy shit, this person works their ass off.
Yeah.
And like, they're always on, never not. Like you never see them like slowing down, and yeah, I think that there were three things that I really learned was those two things, just the work ethic, and just the drive, and then the third one was I saw like how to really be grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
Because, bro, they were grateful for like the smallest of things.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my uncle and aunt who were over there, they had this driver, and my uncle and him were about the same size, and he'd like give him
Clothes.
he'd give him
Clothes and
clothes
food,
and shit,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
guy'd be like crying.
Ah,
Yeah.
And for my uncle, he's like, dang, this is like really nothing. Like I could give you so much more, and so that was massive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say for anyone, man, the experience like that,
That's cool, man.
still sits with me to this day. Which is why now, like, I try really hard to be super grateful for anything.
Yeah.
Like, always try to be real respectful because that shit still sits with me now.
To what level did you assimilate with Indian and Malaysian culture?
Nah, I was
To zero.
I was not real.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I was wondering if you came back here and the boys are like, you want to grab a pie? And you're like, fuck that. Where's the chicken tikka?
Nah, I was-
Where's the roti canai?
You'll crack up at this. You'll crack up at this.
Pie, fuck out of here.
You'll crack
Here
up
we
at
are,
this.
twins in that sense.
Just like eating at the lunch table. What are you doing?
All of us will cancel for that. Watch out.
This is the funniest thing. So I was almost zero assimilation.
Okay.
Because I went to like an international school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I assimilated.
Yeah.
I know. So I assimilated heavily to the expat community.
Yeah.
Which was predominantly British and American.
Oh, okay.
So I came back super British and American.
You alright, mate?
Honestly, it was
Just like, didn't you go to India? Yeah, what? Yeah, what, bro?
There's a match on the road, man. Straight up, that's honestly what it was. That's honestly what it was. I remember coming back to New Zealand and this girl come out to me and our class was going to the pools or something, and she was like, "Have you got your togs?" And I'm like, "My what?"
My swimmers,
She's
isn't
like,
it?
"Togs." I'm like, "Oh, my trunks."
Man said my trunk.
British Joe, eh?
So I was assimilated to the expat community, which is
Yeah.
why I was able to have a lot of those like lessons that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then my brother, who is 4 years younger than me, he was fully assimilated to the local community.
Oh, right.
Let's
Yeah.
So
go.
my
baby.
brother spoke fluent Hindi.
Wow.
He went to a Hindi school. They
That's-
taught in Hindi.
Oh,
100%.
shit.
Straight
That's
up.
just called school in India, bro.
Yeah. So he went to school in India. Yeah. My brother went to school. He could like speak to like all the locals and stuff.
No
and,
way.
Yeah, came back like super Indian.
What part of India did you guys live in?
In Mumbai.
Yeah.
Well, Bombay. So yeah, right in the middle there, right central.
Beautiful city, eh?
Oh, bro, crazy city, and just the gnarly. You see the gnarliest shit all the time, bro.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
100%. But it's every day for them, man.
Every day.
Yeah.
Bro, like there was this crazy thing. So we lived right on this beach called Juhu Beach, which
I
is
know.
like the most famous beach in.
Up India, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, looks
it's not the most famous beach in
Juhu.
Yeah.
Juhu,
Oh, damn. All right.
and they would have these Ferris wheels, bro.
Yeah.
And it's India, man. They don't have a mechanical Ferris
Nah.
wheel. They've got
No
breathers.
way.
Some cunts just
Running up
fucking-
the
No
Ferris wheel, and I'm
way.
not talking like a little one. I'm
Yeah.
talking like a fucking Rainbow Zen size
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
breathers running up.
Yeah.
Hard work. That's why they
Themselves.
hard work,
Exactly,
mate.
hard work.
Straight
Yeah.
up. Just
All
fire.
work is easy work. That started in India.
Honestly, bro. And so
Jesus.
you'd just be on the Ferris wheel like with your mum, and then just the cuzzy just hanging off it, just staring at you.
This is legit,
And then he's just like pulling the next one and just like will hang off it.
This is so legit.
I'm not even talking shit.
yeah.
It sounds
I
like I'm
can
talking
vouch
shit,
for
but
this.
I swear
This
to
is-
God, I'm
bro,
not.
Bro, that's
It was cra-
wild.
bro, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy. And
They're all
like-
manual, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No buses either. Straight rickshaws only.
Yeah, rickshaws
Damn,
only for the
okay.
most
And you
part.
just. Well,
Like the
they
little
call it
three-wheelers?
tuk-tuk.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
knows them as tuk-tuks, but we
Yeah,
call them
rickshaws.
rickshaws.
Yeah,
Rickshaws.
And yeah, bro, they were crazy. You know how crazy rickshaw drivers are? My dad was in like 4 car crashes.
No
within
shit.
Within the, like rickshaw crashes
Yeah.
within the first like 4 months of us.
Yeah, they don't
being
give
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck, bro.
Because they don't care, bro.
Yeah.
So you know how in New Zealand, left side of the road you go up that way.
Yeah.
Other side of the road you're going opposite way.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I'm not even shitting you. This isn't even metaphorically. The lines are blurred on the road.
Yeah.
So you can just, if you're trying to get past Kazi and you're on the far right lane, just go into oncoming traffic. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's India. I'm not. It's not like 3-4 cars on the road.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's 6 cars across, jam packed. Kazi's going into oncoming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crossing over.
Red lights?
Yeah.
Red light is iffy.
Yeah.
Suggestions.
yeah, suggestions only. Yeah,
So that's real life Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
No, it
bro.
actually- yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the only brief is we need to go from A to B.
Yeah.
How we get there, don't matter.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Google Maps doesn't work.
Doesn't, yeah.
Right.
Nah.
Oh, right,
Literally,
man.
yeah. It is wild, bro. It's so crazy. But I would watch my mum like get into fights at the markets,
Yeah.
No way.
just
Really?
with locals. Yeah, straight up.
he reckons he didn't assimilate, but his driving is
Driving very
yeah, he's very much more than belongs to New Zealand. Man. Yeah.
yeah.
Driving.
Like, I think she's in a rickshaw, right?
Shit, and my car.
Oh,
My car
boy.
very much assimilated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome experience, man.
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
did all you guys grow up in New Zealand,
I was born here, raised here.
Because we're all very interesting backgrounds. I'm sure your audience already knows.
I don't
Well,
think
yeah.
so. Actually, dude.
Nah, maybe we might have touched on it.
So you're
I'm half Samoan, half Iranian.
yeah, which is,
So it's a little bit different in itself.
never met that combo.
Yeah.
That's a trip, bro.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a trip. And
Very
then
I'm Indian, but Anglo-Indian, so my dad's family is from the UK.
oh
Yeah.
So
so you're a
essentially-
colonizer kid.
Yeah. So essentially, his dad's white, but happened to be born in India.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, you see that all the time.
Yeah.
You'll see like dudes with British accents and they're white and they're like, "Are you? So you from the UK? No, I'm from India."
Yeah.
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 They
So-
like consider themselves. Well, they
Because they are.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are
'cause
Indian.
after we got independence, a lot of them just stayed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Including my dad's
Pretty
family.
much, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. So that's how I came about.
And
And
You're
then what do you
super
guys?
interesting. Your
Yeah, I
background's
know,
super
just-
interesting.
What?
eh?
yeah, what state are you from?
yours?
Yeah, just Sri Lankan, mate.
Yeah.
Which state though?
Yeah, which state?
What part of Sri Lanka?
So like tea country, so the middle.
Oh, Buzzy.
Yeah.
I've only been to 2 places there. Colombo, which everyone's been.
Oh fuck me.
And then this place called Gore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard
You
of
know
Gore.
Yeah, of
Unreal.
course. Unreal, bro. The best.
There's a British fort still in
Yeah.
Gore, which
Yeah.
is which is hectic. And
When did you go to Sri Lanka?
we went when I was a kid,
Oh, yeah.
and then I
It
went.
was still
in-
part of India back then, eh?
when I was a kid. You almost got me there. I actually had no idea. We went when I was a kid, and then I went 2017.
Oh, right.
did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit.
I
Holy
went pretty,
fuck.
pretty recently. So my
20, 21, 20.
yeah, it was probably 21.
20,
So my mate whose dad's real rich, he was having his 21st over there, and so
Oh, shit.
True.
yeah, went to Sri Lanka. Yeah.
Do they own Dilma?
They own a resort in Sri Lanka.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so they pay for your flights and everything?
Shout out to the sponsor.
yeah.
Nah, I was actually that was when I was backpacking. So I was backpacking for about 6 months. But yeah, they sorted all my flights like to.
This guy's done it all.
I was
eh?
gonna say you're pretty international, bro.
I've done some pretty. Yeah, I've been
Just
pretty
the
lucky.
Pit bull.
Yeah.
It's so cliche, man. But I say
35.
fucking go travel.
Yeah.
go get out.
Yeah, we've been
there.
trying for 2 years,
Frat.
and
Straight up.
No, but you know what? So I was actually talking to Jay, who these boys know. So she's a production manager at West Park,
Oh.
and I was talking
Shout
to her
out.
about what I used to do. Was I used to I always used to drive from Auckland to Wellies, and I'd just go stopping at random places, just go like talk to people and shit.
That's dope.
Just treat it like as if I was traveling.
Yeah.
all right.
And that was mean.
Just random little towns and stuff.
Yeah, bro. Just go
Yeah.
talk to randoms. Go. I know pretty much every single town.
From between here and
Yeah,
Wellington.
between here and Wellington.
What is that like small town New Zealand? Like is that
Did you hit the coast as well, or just very direct?
Nah, just stay Highway 1.
Yeah.
Very direct.
I did not assimilate to the regions.
Yeah.
So I never get off State Highway 1, but I'll go
Still,
like...
yeah,
Yeah.
still pretty cool.
Bro, I used to be random. I'd go to like... I remember one time I went to like up the Rat's Hole in Bulls, which is like the most famous pub there, and just started talking to these random dudes there and just went back to their house and had dinner.
True.
I do shit like that, dude.
Right.
And that's why I would
I'm surprised you haven't been murdered yet.
Straight
I
up,
know,
Jay.
right? I would genuinely take 4 or 5 days to get to Wellington from here.
Right, because you'll just be stopping off.
Just be chilling, just
Yeah.
stopping off.
Oh, right.
I'd always hang at Taupo and meet randoms there. And
True.
bro, I legit got in a 1-day relationship in Taupo once.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Forgettable, eh?
Yeah, it was actually forgettable.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was good. You got
Yeah.
to meet his family and everything.
Nah, that's who you had dinner with.
Yeah. It was.
No, that's actually, that's cool, though.
That's dope, bro. And it's cool that you like can feel comfortable putting yourself out there and like
Yeah, that's rare.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah. No, it was cool.
Because you and I always want to go to you and I always want to go to Oamaru, eh?
Oamaru, yeah.
What,
Just,
down south?
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
mate.
That's where all the islanders are. Eh?
Oh.
No, I think it's Timaru.
I think I changed my mind.
Timaru.
Nah, I think that's the reverse. I think Joe's right.
Oamaru, there's heaps of Tongans. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in Dunners, heaps of the islanders were in Timaru.
From Timaru,
Yeah,
Oh, really?
and Oamaru.
Oamaru.
And good peoples.
It is buzzy meeting islanders from the South Island.
Bro,
eh?
it's
Oh yeah,
Wait,
what is that?
Yeah, what is that? That must be fucking
Bro, when I was in Dunners, bro, it was like 500 of us
Yeah. Yeah.
in like the whole region.
just one big group chat.
Straight up.
Bro, it was just weird though, like, but cool.
You know what's so funny though is like I've met heaps of South Island islanders,
Yeah.
and they sound like they talk like islanders here.
Yeah.
So it's funny. You're just like, does it travel or does it like?
No, I think you get the switch up. You get the switch up.
They
So
see me and
yeah, but like
Oh, they gotta put on.
so
they
code
gotta
switching.
they gotta
Oh,
assimilate.
yeah,
they
they
gotta
gotta assimilate.
They gotta switch back. But then down there it's very much breather,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
it has to
Yeah,
be.
there's
Yeah.
especially the attire as well.
Yeah.
it's true.
Just yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
just look at that and go, "Come on, bro"?
Yeah, as soon as I see an islander dude in a,
I couldn't- I
in a
can't.
rugby shirt,
Yeah.
but he's not playing rugby,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
The-
like, you're from the South
and the
Island.
long sleeve jersey as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rugby jersey,
Yeah.
long sleeve. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're
Yeah.
South Islander.
Real.
Yeah. Slides, shorts,
Vest. The
vests. Yeah, in summer. Yeah.
Yeah, in summer.
Oh, you've actually nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rugby long sleeve shirt with the puffer vest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
I know the one.
Yeah.
I
And
missed
those were our number ones.
Yeah. That's
Those
our best
legitimately
kid.
Those were number
they?
ones. Yeah.
They were.
If you needed to go real bougie, just put some chinos on.
Nice.
Dang, relax.
Yeah.
You guys thought like your off-field club kit was like
Oh, bro, those
I am
were that
getting
was
some
it was the
vagina
that was like
tonight.
the attire,
Yeah.
the shoe bra.
Nah, not yet. 5 minutes.
Beauty.
So for context, I had to check the time because
Because he's had enough.
basically I have to leave because I have to
Be honest. Why?
Yeah, tell us why.
Yeah.
because I have to be home before my girlfriend gets home.
Yeah, what do you have to do?
Clean up.
Yeah.
Nah, fair
Yeah.
play, fair play.
Nah, it's all good.
Otherwise,
Though.
yeah.
Should we address one quick
I was
one of
gonna
these?
say we'll hit a topic and then we'll let Joe get out of
yeah.
here.
Oh, we already did one, but yeah. So
Go.
yesterday I was on the 312. Only hunger.
No way.
I
Mate,
was.
book it, baby.
Huh? Yeah. Nah, just looking at myself.
go. Yeah.
Nah, so I was.
He's never taken public transport on his
Yeah,
life.
you've
Come
never
on,
stepped
yes, I have.
No,
Yes,
you
I
have
have.
not.
Stepped on a
Yes,
train
I
on
have.
his- in his life.
Really?
I have.
Going to the All Blacks game
We
doesn't count.
got a story because this guy got.
Okay,
so,
go.
so yesterday I was in 312.
You were in Switter country.
I wasn't. Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, you were in only hunger.
I was in
Yeah.
Only Hunger. That's the one. And I was about four or five cars behind the car at the top of the roundabout. And so I've got time. I'm just watching. I'm across the road. I see this guy walking behind this female, and he seemed like he was attracted to her.
Yeah.
And so, like, because she was pretty
Yeah, because she was attractive.
to him.
Because she was
To
attracted.
him. I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
And so I could see, like, I got time. I could see this playing out. And I just see this guy pull his skateboard out of his backpack,
Yeah.
and then, like, speed up his walk and, like, get in front of her. And then I just see this unfolding. So I just feel like he's trying to impress her, right? He puts his board down and starts coming down the steep thing. As far as I'm concerned, he's trying to impress her. Out the gate, the guy's got the speed wobbles of doom.
Oh no.
And his,
Oh, no.
and he's got a ciggy in his mouth, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so he has to remove his hand from his mouth because he's got the speed wobbles. So his ciggy is like out here, and he's got the speed wobbles of doom. And then they get to me, bro. Yeah. And he looks petrified. Like he looks like he just regretted what he's done.
Yeah.
But he's trying to like impress this chick, and it just did not work out.
Did he fall over?
Yeah. So I just see it unfolding because I'm like 4 or 5 cars and I just see it happening from across the road and it's coming down like this and just out the gate he's like I'm just like bro and then I see him fall over and obviously it didn't play out.
Those ones with the
Yeah.
skateboards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
bro.
hard did he
Right
eat shit?
in the
Eat
ripstick.
shit? How hard did he eat shit? How hard did he eat shit?
Oh, pretty hard, yeah.
Pretty hard, yeah.
Yeah, so I just say that to say like, what's something you guys have done
To try and
to
impress
try and
a girl.
impress a girl?
got a funny
Because I was just cracked.
What
'cause
haven't I
just
done?
saw I just saw the guy's face, just instant regret.
Yeah.
Didn't want to put his ciggy out, so he just left it there, and it was like, bro.
I've got a funny one.
Go on.
Wait,
Nah,
go on, you go on, 'cause you
Oh,
go
sure.
first.
Okay,
You go
okay.
first,
I'll
you go
tell you my
first.
one. This one's fucking embarrassing. So I was in the intermediate, and they had the intermediate talent show. No, maybe it was
Kindy.
University.
no, I think it was intermediate. And there was a it was intermediate, and there was a talent show.
Yeah.
And at this time, I didn't have a particular talent, so I thought I'd teach myself how to dance.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Here we
But
go.
anyways, actually, I missed the whole part.
Yeah.
So the
This is
girl,
when the Jabberwockies
the
was
girl,
huge, eh?
yeah, it actually was.
got the mask on, eh?
So there was this girl, Summer.
Oh,
She
Name
was
drop.
unreal. She was unreal.
yeah.
She probably watches, to be honest.
Hard
probably.
out. She
Yeah.
does.
And she was signing up to the talent show.
Yeah.
So that now I remember. So this is why I signed up, because I remember they were like, "Oh yeah, you all have to get together after school so that we can see what everyone's talents are to make sure that we're not doing the same ones." And so, not thinking about the actual having to do the talent show, I was like, "Oh yo, get to hang out after school with someone."
With someone, yeah.
I'll say I'm doing the talent show.
Yeah.
And so they were going around asking everybody what talents they were doing.
Oh,
And like absolutely under pressure, I was just like, "Oh, dance." I said.
Yeah.
So I think the talent show was like 2 weeks later. For 2 weeks, I practiced dancing to Usher's "Pop Your Collar."
oh.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Unreal song.
Reenact?
I actually probably could still do this. Had this unreal dance and everything sorted. I get to literally the day of the talent show, and I'm shitting myself.
As you do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this dance. But what do I have? I have 1,001 best jokes.
Oh, yeah.
A fat ass joke book.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I'll do.
Jokes.
I'll read out jokes.
Comedy.
I was probably like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
tell anyone you changed? You flipped the
No, I
script?
didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
So they rocked up expecting dance.
Yeah.
And I
The
whip
song
out,
goes on.
and I take the song. I whip out the joke book.
Yeah.
Summer's like right in front. And I start telling my jokes. And this is where the cringe part comes. Is I'm telling like the most fucking basic of jokes that everybody goes. And I'll like lead on with one. Wasn't one that I did, but I'll give you an example. I would be like, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" And then all the kids would put their hands up because they know what the next part of the joke is.
Yeah.
And rather than me saying it,
Yeah.
I would like point to them and be like, and then they would tell the joke. So I literally remember being like, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" Reading out of my joke book, and then fucking kid would put his hand up. I'd be like, "Flynn." Be like, "To get to the other side," and I'd be like, "Yeah."
So your talent was to be a teacher.
Your talent was to let other people tell the punchline.
Bruh.
Bro, so, absolutely. And so I went through all of that just so that I could hang out with Summer
And
for
then-
fucking 5 minutes after school one day.
Nice.
What was Summer's talent?
You know what's funny is
She was a teacher.
I was first of second up,
Mm.
and I was so embarrassed that I think I left before I could even see.
Didn't
what
even
she
see what she
did.
did.
Yeah.
And did that go anywhere? Did you and Summer end up?
Oh my god, I've just forgotten. She pulled out of it.
She read the list, Joe dancing. Nah.
I've literally just remembered. I remember hitting her up like a week before, and I was like, "Are you ready for your talent?" And she's like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Like,
And I was
lame.
like, "Beauty."
She's like, I was only doing it because Brett was doing it. And he's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
And now
Honestly.
he's not doing it
It
anymore.
was something like that. And this is like more of a brutal one, but I remember not long after that, they were all like, there was a bunch of her and all her mates sitting around, and I was kind of like hanging around, and then she just shouted out, I remember they were all laughing about something, and she's like, "Joe, I know you like me, you fat shit."
Jeepers.
Nah, Summer, we gotta.
Fucking hell.
We gotta
She's
talk
got
about
3
that.
kids now. So
Yeah. Who's laughing now?
Who's
Yeah.
laughing now?
Exactly.
So father of 3, is it?
I should probably go visit them.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, sorry boys, that was quite long. But
Nah, that
Nah,
was
it's
good, bro.
alright.
That's
It's
my one.
alright.
Summer,
mate.
that's brutal, man.
Nah, it's all
Yeah.
good. Shout out Summer.
It's alright, eh? Look
She
at him
made
now.
you who you are.
Hope you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You tell a lot better jokes on stage now.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, I appreciate that,
No,
bro.
that's good.
Nah,
That's a
it's
good
good.
one.
Yeah.
What about you boys?
I'm trying to think of like what did you say? Embarrassing? Something embarrassing that you've done to impress
Yeah,
a girl?
just trying to impress a girl.
Oh fuck! I'm trying to think, bro.
Marlon, you got anything?
Yeah, mate. 4 years of law school, mate.
Yeah.
There was one where, like, fuck, you know how this is when Tony Hawk was at his and X Games were at their peak.
Yeah.
So everyone's, when everyone, I just mean me and the white boys, but I thought I was one of the white boys.
Yeah.
You know how they
yeah, you
always,
fit right in, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They would always go down
Yeah,
to the
expats.
skate park. Yeah, they always go down to the skate park right
Yeah,
after, right?
yeah.
So this is during school, and so they brought out their skateboard. I'm like, alright, fuck, this is gonna be me.
Yeah, time for
A couple of cute girls. This is before form class.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench, I was like, alright, fucking. I've been practicing for like a week. Let me go at
But
it.
you
Let
have been
me-
practicing.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Let me go at it, right? Anyway, so I like, you know how you're cool when you jump onto the skateboard.
Yeah.
This is outside.
Do
so it's
like the
concrete.
running thing and jump on?
No.
or-
So the skateboard's there, so I just walk up and jump on,
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
it's got to be me.
No.
Anyway,
I see where this is going.
so I jump on, and my legs just fling out in front of me.
Nice.
But so now I'm planking, but in midair.
yeah.
And
yeah.
there was a moment where I'm like, holy fuck, and I just fucking
Yeah.
slam onto the concrete.
Nice.
Now that I think about it, were you in Only Hunger yesterday? I don't know you smoked, but it looked familiar, bro.
Yeah. And ever since then, I'm like, I'm never going to skate again.
Fuck
Yeah,
that, bro.
good call, bro.
Skateboarding is an exclusively white people activity.
100%.
As far
Yeah.
as I'm
That
concerned.
is.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that can afford the insurance.
Straight up.
Yeah. Oh,
Straight
man.
up, bro. Holy fuck.
What's yours?
I think there's just too many that I just suppressed those memories, to be honest.
Mine will probably be like, bro, okay, speaking of cunts pulling out of stuff that we both were meant to do, how about you and I joining the Samoan group in high school?
Why'd you do that particular?
Wow. Might have been trying to impress a girl or
What do you
two.
mean? What do you mean pulling out? You guys both did it.
We did do it. So, no.
You did
but-
Samoan group?
Yeah, I was in the Samoan group. And I was in Kapahaka, bro. I did lots of shit. I did lots of shit to impress girls.
A lot of girls in our school that this guy had to impress.
Yeah, we were in Samoan group. Got the rig out, oiled up, did the little the lipstick on the cheek. That's a thing, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the grass trimmings around the legs. Ready to go. Or learn all the moves. Had to do after school practices and everything. Come performance day, cultural day, guess who's not there?
You know where I was.
You know where I was.
You know where
Where were you?
Where was I?
I don't know. You just didn't come
At a
through.
funeral.
Wow.
So you can't pull that on me.
Oh, well, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Wow, way to make it real, bro.
Okay, come on. I don't want to be.
Way to make it real.
You know I was put on for my people.
No.
Did
So-
you say funerals were inconvenience in Samoan culture?
Hey.
Yeah, what did you call it? What did you call it the other
No,
day?
the far love
Papagili or
love is
something.
far love is
Far love
the
love.
situation you're put in
Yeah.
when those things arrive.
It's the, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you don't.
You were at
don't-
the funeral for
Yeah.
my pride because they should died that day.
I feel
No, it was your funeral because I was like,
I feel for Samoans.
really?
'Cause, Yeah. You could say for 10 years and one funeral rocks along PD,
Gone.
it's all gone.
It's called the funeral fun day.
Yeah, he just had to empty my shares his account. My auntie died.
shout out to the family
Nah, sorry,
though.
bro.
It's all love.
Sorry,
It's all
bro.
love. It's all right, man.
Kiwi saver. Gone.
Yeah. It'll be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that.
Yeah,
It'd be
so-
like that. Well,
yeah.
Fijian culture's the same.
Yeah, just
It's-
islanders give.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, big heart.
Well, it's Christianity's,
Right.
effect on the islands basically. 'Cause
Right.
It's not. That's not. If you really look at it, it's not a like island-based custom. It really comes from church.
Really?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Giving.
yeah. It really comes from church. So.
Did your
Shout out colonization, but
did your ego really die that day?
No, but I knew I didn't belong on that stage.
You know why? Because you're the only one that didn't look like the others. Yeah.
That's weird because everyone's going right, you going left.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Yeah, I didn't belong on that stage for various reasons.
Yeah. Oh, bro, this guy cannot dance, eh?
Nah,
I mean, none of us can, but like,
Oh,
you make us look like Usher.
yeah.
Respectfully.
Look, no, honestly, I am very self-aware in that sense. Any sort of creative art, singing, dancing,
Performing art.
drawing, yeah.
Go you.
Look, last pick in the draft for
And
me.
to be honest, those are the things I want to do the most.
Yeah,
But I
same.
Yeah, those are hard.
just can't, eh? I mean,
Yeah.
I can dance, but like, yeah,
Can you?
I would pay so much money to see you dance.
Yeah.
Me too.
no worries.
Me too.
I'll get my routine ready, and
And you pull out the joke book.
nah, boys, I got a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it.
All right, boys, over to shoot.
All right,
Nah,
bro. Thank
but
you for coming on, eh?
well-
Gotta go clean one.
I'll go for time.
You gotta clean your undies,
Appreciate
eh?
you, bro.
See you, Jay.
Grateful,
bro.
grateful.
Shot, boys.
All good, bro. All right, we're back. Hey, thanks to Joe for coming on, eh? What a guy.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
ledge. It was funny when he was saying, what is the most embarrassing thing that you've done to impress a girl? I actually thought of something after he left, and that was, did you guys take dates to ball back in high school?
Oh,
No, like I'm being dead serious. I'm not trying to have a go.
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did you have like a? Mo, did you?
No, I didn't take a date.
Okay. Did you have like elaborate like ways to ask them?
Interesting.
What's elaborate?
Like,
You go first, and then I'll figure out whether
so
or
like
not.
just I guess more than like a hey, do you want to go to ball together? Right.
Oh,
So anything
yeah.
a little bit above that, I guess.
I guess.
So your boy in year 12 decided to go a little step further because I actually asked the girl that I liked, you know, so I wanted to go with her and then, you know, see what happens after that, see what comes out of that. And so I made her this like card. I still have a photo of it, I think. I need to find it for you guys. I made her this card and it was, it said the word ball, but it was made like the whole word was made out of like little inside jokes of us.
Wow.
Yeah, that's next level cringe. Eh?
And so-
Yo,
That's
that
next
is
level
adorable.
cringe.
And so when
Really?
she said no, like,
Yeah, it was really
Whoa.
embarrassing.
I know,
It
yeah.
crushed me, bro. It
That's
absolutely crushed me.
wild.
And then below, so that's not even the worst part.
Yeah.
Below that was I made a heart, but the heart was made out of like little folded up notes, and each note had like, you know, something cute or kind in it. And it was like I don't know, like 10 or 12 of them making up a heart. And I got her some
pretty
chocolates and, you know, things like that.
Interesting. So how did you present it to her?
Oh, I think I just gave it to her after school. We
Okay.
we met and
So
like
you're just like, yeah, you keep that.
yeah.
You look at that after.
No. I gave it to her and yeah, she was stoked and she
That's
said
cool.
yes. But no,
Yeah.
but like thinking, I was like, man, I tried real hard, guys. I tried real hard, and she
Yeah.
went to ball with me, but then she didn't like me back. So
and that's
Yeah.
fair enough.
it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Like that's trying too hard. Like you're
Yeah.
doing too much. In that,
But
in
who's
that
laughing
moment.
now?
Oh,
Yeah. Give it a year. Who'll be laughing in a year?
no.
You know?
She's great. She's great. We're both laughing at how good we've got it together. But yeah, so that was one of my ones. It was just like, come on, Johns, why did you need to try so hard?
Yeah.
You know, you put a lot into that.
Yeah,
Give
which
it
is nice. You know,
Nah, I think, yeah,
I don't think we see enough of that side of it.
100%.
Oh,
I
fuck
genuinely
yeah.
don't think we do.
Yeah,
It's because I've been scarred since then.
No, but I think
you
you
gotta
give
bring
it.
that Johnsy back.
Yeah.
I think you give it a crack. You
Yeah.
step into that realm again.
Do you reckon?
I think you get into tap into a fun, loving, go happy.
I am all of those things.
You have them, but you don't express them.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Maybe
You know?
I'm like, maybe it's receded.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's
Don't let that one experience
Yeah.
discourage you, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bring it back out.
Yeah.
I'll bring it
Yeah,
back
yeah.
out.
If me and Marty don't get cards on Monday, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
little inside jokes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I used to try really hard. Clearly.
no. I'll tell you what. You've stopped respectfully.
Yeah. You stop making an effort, and
Well,
I don't
you-
like it.
Nah, I mean, within reason. But you've got that within you.
Of course.
Now just, give it one more crack.
Bring
If
it
not,
back
then
Yeah.
then just
stone
retire.
cold, bro.
Yeah,
Stone
yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah. So do you have any
Yeah.
that you can think
I mean,
of?
yeah, just before we move on.
Go.
Yeah, you are really good with gifts, by the way.
Thanks, mate.
No, yeah, gifts,
Thanks.
but like expressing yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Expressing yourself.
Expressing, he just
Yeah,
gets
come
Italian.
on.
Express. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I can
Yeah,
do a
but a
little bit
pizzazz behind you.
more. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's not to say you don't have it, because you very much do.
Yeah.
But just, allow yourself to experience things.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Be a
Yeah.
little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more open.
I don't think it's wrong. Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah.
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 What about
What's-
your one?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. Nah, I can't think of anything in particular. I know.
So not even on a tiger. I understand you were committed up. You were locked up to a relationship early on.
No,
But-
that's. I mean,
Right?
Nah.
No, but even for the relationship, right?
you do something.
Yeah. What was the
you
thing
try
you did
really hard
to impress the girl
your-
that you're courting?
Is it embarrassing if it ends up working out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you just look back and you're like, oh, that's a bit cringe.
Yeah.
Nah, it's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, you're pretty smooth
Yeah, I
operator.
think,
smooth operator. Were you?
Yeah.
Did you ever like put yourself in an environment or a situation that was clearly out of your comfort
Oh
zone?
no, 100%. That's why I was saying like one of the things like I can't think of anything in particular
Mm.
because I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure there are plenty,
Yeah.
but for some reason I'm just deciding to suppress them.
Yeah.
But I can just imagine like, and I know like vaguely there are many times where you've just like done something just very much not you,
Mm.
and just like try to convince yourself whilst you're doing it
That this is
that
you.
this is very much you.
yeah. Yeah.
The whole time you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
there's plenty of those
Yeah.
for sure. Like
Yeah.
picking up like a hobby or something just to, like as Joe was saying, you're trying to like get in the same, spend time with that person.
Correct. Yeah.
And then most of the time you end up fumbling and just looking like an idiot.
Yeah, because it's not you.
Yeah, but sometimes that could work because they're like, oh, it's cute and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they look at people
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm the man. Like,
I'm the man.
yeah,
I'm the man.
I'm not cute.
Yeah. I'm manly.
Yeah.
So you really can't remember anything.
Maybe okay. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but like in high school in our athletics day,
Mm. Here we go.
no, like I'd put because I put the we had like those mascot head like
Yeah.
those heads.
Yep.
I'd put them on just to take photos with people.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I was like, but I think low key I was like,
You're like, hey everyone, take a photo
yeah,
of
that's
me.
me. Yeah.
yeah.
So
You want
just-
to be the center of attention.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that, but
No,
yeah,
but like-
yeah, I wouldn't say that, but yes.
yes.
Yeah, so just things, small things like that.
Of course, yeah.
And you guys don't recall me doing anything whack?
I trying to think too, to be honest.
Because I'm pretty sure you would have noticed.
Nah, you were pretty smooth operator, bro.
Yeah, when you got
And you were kind of shy back in the day.
it hasn't
Back in
changed.
the day.
Hasn't
true,
changed.
still, but like in high school and stuff, you were a little bit
Yeah.
shy.
Oh no, 100% shy.
Well, we shared a class, and you found one of the girls cute, but you'd never do anything outward towards her.
Which? No, don't mention the class. But interesting. I
Yeah, so
don't know.
you'd be cool vibes about it, bro.
True.
Yeah, you'll be always funny though.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks,
I'm
man.
just complimenting the dude. eh?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Nah, you know.
But yeah, I remember when you used to be a cool guy.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Long
that's
time
it.
ago, eh? So long.
No, but you found me funny.
Yeah, bro.
Ah, that's funny, bro.
You just made his day.
Blushing and shit.
100%.
No, because that's my lifelong dream.
Yeah, me specifically.
Yeah, make you happy.
Stop. Nah, yeah. Should we hit a couple of these topics, boys?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Now that our brother Joe's ducked out.
Yeah. So just before we hit those,
Yeah, go.
there's a real hard left turn again.
Oh,
You know how
you're
you
the king of left turn,
Yeah,
bro.
left
Straight
turn
up.
with no context.
This is
100%.
left turn Marlon, honestly.
You know how you use the word pizzazz?
Yeah.
Is there anything in your Iranian or Persian or Indian culture that you got like a similar word you use that it doesn't make sense, but it's like a noise, but it's a word? Like for example,
Yeah.
if someone's like lying in Sri Lanka culture,
Yeah.
he's like, man, that bloody fool's just chakablas. What? Chakablas. Chakablas
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's just he's talking shit. It doesn't mean he's talking shit.
Yeah.
Chakablas, the word is just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chuck a blast.
Yeah.
Chuck a blast.
Chakablas.
Or, yeah.
Or
go.
like, for example, if it's like really fucking, like my mum would just be like, she doesn't have accent or anything, but
No,
my mum
yeah.
would just be like, man, today, man, the traffic man, bro, it's all huckers buckers.
Yeah. Straight up. No, same. Like, it's very much a subcontinent thing. Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah.
Is yours like any in your family?
I think it almost doesn't matter what Iranians say.
Yeah.
It's just the inflections they use, the way, just the gestures and the volume.
Yeah.
So they can say anything and just to react.
Yeah.
But I think different. Yeah, thanks, man. Sometimes I would like. Most of the time, you hear like you know how people like gasp and like Iranians go like voi voi voi.
Oh yeah, how good.
Or like babam sucht.
Wait, what's the second one?
Babam sucht.
Oh, yeah, I've heard Niman say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just Iranians just say things.
It's just noise,
and noise, and then like.
What's the second one? I want to say that. I want to start using
Babam
that.
sucht.
Babam sucht.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
bro, it's almost like.
It's like a wow, eh?
Nah, bro. I think. Bro, once again, I'm gonna get caught up for being plastic, but like, I think it's like burnt father.
Burnt father?
Yeah.
What does that got to do with anything?
They just say things,
Exactly. that's how confused they are.
bro. But like sometimes when Iranians burp,
Yeah.
they while they're burping, they say asp, which means
What is happening right now?
maybe that's just my dad and my uncles, but
right now.
so they'll burp or something.
Yeah.
And then whilst they're doing it, they'll say asp, which means horse. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Marlon, are you as confused as me?
100%. Can you give us a live demonstration?
I don't know if I can burp on spot. I'm sorry if you're hearing this. Asp, yeah.
There's-
So just pretend I'm like I'll
Yeah,
try and
yeah,
burp,
you
but
can
like,
just
yeah, yeah.
asp.
That is so out the game.
Yeah, maybe that's just the men of my family.
Yeah.
But
I love
yeah.
that way. That's so funny.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
voi voi voi.
Voi,
Voi, voi, voi.
That
Like,
just mean like what context?
that's like a European gasp.
Oh,
Like
Oh
a-
my god! Yeah.
Voi, voi, voi.
Yeah, the way you can say it, you can be like voi, voi, like it depends how you say it.
What would you say if like your girl is looking like beautiful? She's put on a really.
Yo, you could say anything, bro. You
Right.
could do like a babam such
I was gonna say Babam
or like vavela.
Bobella.
Yeah, it's just or
Interesting.
just anything really, and just the way
Okay.
you say it.
Oh, I love that so much. That's a fun language.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fun when they're just going back and forth, bro.
Throwing it
Like
out there.
yesterday, my dad was at home. Oh, yeah, my dad was on the phone with my grandpa,
Mm.
and obviously the video call. So my grandpa's just like this.
Yeah, standard.
And bro,
standard.
Very clear line,
Yeah.
but it's like my granddad's in Iran,
Yeah.
and
'Cause he's yelling.
bro, no, my dad as well.
Yeah.
Just the back and forth is unreal, bro.
I think that's anyone over the age of 45, especially our parents.
Bro.
Like just yell on the phone.
But
Oh,
that's
100%.
and then it's just like a cultural thing, and
It's
then
totally
like,
a
I don't know
cultural
what it is, bro.
thing. Right.
And the languages tend to be loud as well.
Yes, correct.
So and harsh.
Yeah, very.
So it's like chill, man. But it's like they're super happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Do either of your dads just like I mean this might just be mine. Just like open a conversation by swearing?
No.
No, that's very much your dad.
Wait, what?
Dad, if he's talking to his mates, he won't like sometimes he'll do it in Hindi, but say this is just the English version of it, right? He'll just say I was to call Martin, and Martin wants to pick up the phone and go, motherfucker. Oh no way.
And I'll be like, voy, voy, voy.
Legit. So he'll just start off with a swear word, and
Really?
like the other person would just be like, yeah. Anyway, how you going? What time are you starting work tomorrow? Like it just
Fucking
rolls into a
hell.
normal
Yeah.
conversation, but it very much starts off with the swear word. It's so
Yeah, it's
weird.
definitely your dad.
Yeah, that's my dad thing, eh? But going back to the,
But I think your dad just starts a conversation with something out the gate, regardless of what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
regardless of the context.
Yeah.
Because your dad's known as like the shock value man, eh?
Yeah,
So it's just constant shock
Shock
value.
factor, that one.
Shock factor.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah. No, lots of like little phrases and words where it doesn't mean anything. It's just a noise. Like for example, like I don't even know what this fucking means or what context it's in, but it's essentially like etc/other nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just known as agadam bagadam.
Agaram, bagaram.
Yeah, just agadam bagadam. Like, so that makes no sense, right? So it's like, oh, you know, he had bloody clothes in his car and chairs and agadam bagadam, like just other random shit, just nonsense. You know, but it's not actually a real word.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I think our languages are quite
Similar.
musical in the sense.
Oh, musical, yeah.
Because
yeah,
it just rhymes.
yeah, yeah, that'll be it.
And now that I think about it, I reckon they just got it from Chock-a-Blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like Chuckers Blockers.
There's a spice up a bit, eh?
What does chuckers blockers mean again?
It could be anything. So like traffic's backed up. Fuck, it's Chuckers
Chuckers
Blockers.
Blackers.
Just anything negative to
Yeah,
it.
that's definitely
That's
chocolate blocker.
yeah, it's the ethnic chocolate blocker.
yeah, yeah.
So my parents would just flop.
I don't think they made that up. I think that's very much
No,
they're just
because I
saying it
heard other
wrong.
like Sri Lankan like family relatives.
So yeah,
Really?
it must be
It
just
must be a
spicing it up a
thing.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
chuckers
right.
blockers, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I remember when I first used the word bamboozled with someone.
Yeah.
No, I don't use. That wasn't the first time I was using it, but the first time them hearing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Bro, what the fuck does that mean?" I was like, "Yo, bamboozled, man. Like, totally just thrown off."
Yeah.
Because you use it in cricket all the time. Like the batsman was bamboozled,
Yeah.
and they were like, "That's a made-up word." But it's
Yeah.
not.
Well, you were the batsman that was bamboozled.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And you should have seen me out there.
Yeah. Any words like that in the Samoan side?
Quite a few. Yeah, but
Someone's more formal.
yeah, and I've also gone blank.
They
Yeah.
just, someone
Spent
just
all my
gets,
energy on the Iranian one. I was like,
someone just gets the job done, eh?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love what was the second one that you said?
Oh, babam sucht.
Babam sucht.
Sucht.
Babam sucht.
Yeah,
I like that one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use that more often.
yeah. Go on. Babdi babdi.
What's that?
What was it? Chabdi babdi. What was your dad's one?
Agaram bagaram.
Agaram bagaram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Agaram agaram.
I'm gonna start using that at work now.
Yeah.
Just random shit.
Agaram bagaram.
Just agaram bagaram, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
Agaram
hell.
bagaram, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other left turns from you, mate?
Nah, that's about it.
Any
So,
other no context left turns?
Nah.
That was a good one though.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
that
good.
one up.
You know, left turns at the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Novak Djokovic, man.
Yeah, No-Vax, eh?
My guy. Love Novak.
Didn't he win his appeal?
Did he?
Did he?
Nah, I think his visa. Oh, I definitely know his visa got like denied.
Revoked. Denied. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in the country though.
Yeah, pretty
he is
sure.
still in the country, but yeah, visa got denied.
So then doesn't he get deported?
I believe so, or not deported, but like sent back.
Which
So
is
I don't
deported.
know what the status of it is at the moment,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming he's not going to be able to compete because it's already started, right? Or it starts this week or something.
It was Melbourne Cup. Oh, Melbourne.
Melbourne, not the Melbourne Cup. He's not a
But,
jockey.
but in Melbourne. Or Melbourne.
Australian Open, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think he's going to be able to compete. Ta.
And is his stance just, is he anti-vax or just anti-mandate?
He doesn't. He doesn't want to disclose his vaccination status, which means he
He's-
doesn't have the
Or,
vaccine.
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do a hard and fast. What did my Mr. 12 do?
I'm not vaccinated. Oh, I'm immunized.
Immunized.
Yeah, yeah,
immunization.
He must just think that donkey cheese that he eats is helping him out.
Yeah, he does some weird stuff like that. Eh?
Well, he owns all the reserves of donkey cheese in the world.
It's wild, eh?
Yeah, that's legit.
That's
though.
a niche.
Yeah. Every single any kind of donkey cheese you ever want to buy, it's coming from.
Now you know how that
Novak
happened.
Djokovic. Yeah.
You know how that happened?
How?
So he was talking to his business manager. They signed up to all these things. They got all these investments, and
Yeah.
they just like they were in the last like end of the financial year, and they're like, oh, we got to find something. And then
Yeah.
your day comes in, oh, huggity buggity. And so they ended up with the donkey cheese.
Yeah, it's ash
The
cheese.
extra, the reserves. That
Yeah,
is.
the reserves.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get along a couch.
we do, bro. We do. We need a 4-person, eh? And
we
we need
just
to
be
be.
fucking feeling each other up and shit.
I don't call it that, bro.
Nah, call a spade a spade. Come on.
Yeah. So Novak Djokovic, his ash
Novak
cheese.
Djokovic.
Yeah,
And his ass cheese.
and his ash cheese, not cheeks, cheese.
Cheese.
That's the first athlete, or like the most high-profile one that I know, who's or maybe like Kyrie
Yeah, I was
Irving.
gonna say,
I guess,
Kyrie,
yeah, that's true.
Aaron Rodgers.
Hey. He's not anti-vax.
Yeah.
he's just on some herbal
No, I just,
remedy.
I just meant who has been
He wants to have kids.
has been denied his job.
Oh
Yeah.
What's the go with that, man? What do we think?
Apparently Nike's gonna start firing employees that just don't have the vaccine.
Apparently they already started,
did
right?
That already, yeah.
Yeah, they already started.
Tricky little space, man.
Yeah.
Where does it stop? You know?
I don't think it does. Because
Yeah.
once this sets a different precedent.
Exactly.
So,
Because what's next? Oh, you don't get the flu jab. You know, you don't get the What else can you do
you can pretty much do whatever you want at that stage. Well,
as a private company?
yeah.
But no, it's not like what else can you do? That's like everyone just sort of looks at it and goes, yeah, that's the world we live in now.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because do you guys get the flu jab? No one gets the flu jab. Like we don't. Get
No,
it.
I haven't.
But imagine
not-
if all of a sudden they were like, hey, you have to get that shit, otherwise we're gonna fire you.
Yeah.
You'd be a little bit like, nah,
Well, like, come on, Dad.
that's a little sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little sideways, hey?
Yeah.
It's That's probably
What, what do you reckon? You're the lawyer.
Whether to get the flu jab or not.
No, like you're the lawyer.
Or about the vaccine stuff.
Yeah, just what does it look like in terms of?
I don't know. In my point of view, I'm just like, look, we had to get jabs and shit when we were born and shit, right?
Of course.
So this is just an extension of that.
No, I'm asking for like, so when does it stop? And like companies like starting to fire, like mass fire people.
Yeah.
Legally, like what does that look like?
Legally.
Sorry,
Thanks, Martin.
Sorry, left turn, mate.
Yeah,
If you will.
no, I mean, as long as they write it in their little employment agreement and stuff like that.
But these have not been written in.
Yeah.
They're just firing now.
Because it's been expired period. So they put a policy out. This is the new company policy.
Really?
If you don't.
How long can you wait? Well, how long? When does it expire?
No, I think what he's saying is, as a private company, you can issue a new
Policy.
Oh, and
mandate.
it's,
like
now
a
it's in action.
Yeah.
For example, if Nike's like, you have to wear a uniform. If you don't, you're fired.
Yeah.
They'll give you a notice, 90 days.
Yeah.
And if you don't wear a uniform,
You don't
get the
comply.
fuck out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the original
So they
contract you
implement it,
signed.
give you time, and if not,
Yeah. No, because they give you notice for it, you know?
so I mean,
Tricky,
in that
man.
sense, it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Given they're giving you time, but if your stance is
Yeah.
otherwise, then I mean,
I saw a tweet that said if this was like Serena Williams or what's the other girl? Osaka.
Naomi.
no,
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
this was Naomi Osaka, that was like, you
And-
know,
and
kicking up a
Vaminka.
fuss.
And Vaminka,
yeah. There'll be a lot more backlash
Yeah, 100%.
and a lot more chatter about it.
Yeah.
From what are you kicking up a fuss for?
Yeah, yeah,
but,
yeah.
But because it's Novak and maybe, you know, because it's a male, whatever. There's a lot of sympathy.
Oh, they'll
and-
definitely be calling them drama queens and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, didn't
absolutely.
Osaka stop touring because she wanted to take a mental health break?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she was a
and
drama queen for
everyone
that.
Yeah. Same with Simone
Biles,
in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, that's another factor, right?
Yeah.
Like
Every single time Serena Williams like argues with the ref, they're just like, "Oh, you're a spoiled brat."
drama queen,
Yeah.
spoiled
Yeah,
brat.
but this guy is going against pretty much everyone on tour. So pretty much everyone on tour has the same, is all good getting it,
vaccine,
and this guy is complete opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's almost just swept under the rug
Yeah.
as much as you can.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you're saying, if a Serena does it or Naomi,
yeah, and he's
huge like headlines for ages.
well, my thing is, you knew the rules before you got there. So like, what did you think was going to happen? Now you're being heralded as this victim, and his dad is like out here calling this struggle like the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
That was
and-
wild.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's going pretty nuts. And like, I think because the Australian media hate the government and the prime minister so much that they're using this as a point of like, oh, the fucking government. Now we
Yeah.
can't even watch Novak compete, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So like, it's a little bit of a weird situation in that sense, but. If you really step back and think about it, like, nah, dude, you should have probably got the vaccine, or if not, you can't go to the
100%.
competition, and that's
Yeah.
that. Don't go there and then now make it a whole fucking scenario.
It's a situation, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
It'll be- and I wonder if that is that like a World Tennis Federation rule, or is that like a Australia
I
rule?
think it's
or-
by region.
Yeah.
So each tournament's different.
Right. Okay.
So they make their own rule. The governing body doesn't have well, at least at this stage, hasn't had a say.
Right. So it's like the NBA.
No.
Right.
No.
Oh no, even in the NBA, there's no rule.
No, it's depending on the state.
Yeah. I see. So he could compete in like Wimbledon and
I mean, if they allow him to, like, if that's
if there's no government policy in
Yeah.
place. Yeah,
so
tricky.
the sporting body doesn't choose.
Yeah,
Sorry, the sporting body doesn't choose. The
No, right.
Aussie
the country.
chose. Yeah.
Yeah. What I thought was interesting was that they're doing a drive to survive for the tennis and for golf as well.
I'm not.
Oh,
familiar
Drive to
with this.
Survive. Drive to
Yeah.
Survive is a reality TV show that follows Formula One drivers throughout the season.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, the Netflix show, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like a like I know I'm familiar with Drive to Survive,
Yeah.
but I thought it was like
I thought it was like
a
fundraiser, yeah.
yeah. I'm like,
sorry,
damn.
sorry. So they're doing a Drive to Survive
Version, okay,
for
yeah.
tennis. So obviously the Grand Slams and the ATP Tour, and also for the PGA. Fucking Netflix, man. These motherfuckers. How much
Wow,
coin do they have?
Yeah.
What
Have
the
you
fuck?
have you watched Drive to Survive?
Nah, but apparently it's really good. Everyone
Yeah,
says
it's
it's
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy that stuff regardless.
Yeah.
Like the behind the scenes and like
Yeah.
getting to know.
People said that it turns them into Formula One fans.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It does.
We're being outlandish this year.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna make one.
We're gonna at least step into that
I would love to.
that scene here.
Yeah.
A Drive to Survive, whatever we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, you know, imagine a Drive to Survive All Blacks.
Fuck. Honestly,
that will be
Even a Drive to
nuts.
Survive Warriors.
that's how you make the All Blacks interesting. and
Yeah.
relevant again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Warriors.
We'll do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I'm sure there will be an All Blacks documentary at some point.
No, but I'm saying we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be whack.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless we do it.
Unless
So,
we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the golf one will be super interesting. Even the tennis one will be super interesting.
Even just seeing those small interactions amongst the players, you know, just what it takes as well.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like I said, I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So to see something that I've never ever seen, I've had questions, so it'll be nice to see.
Do you?
I've got questions.
It's like Hard Knocks, hey?
Yeah,
I love Hard
I love
Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks is good.
Thoughts on the in-season Hard Knocks? Have you watched it with Indianapolis?
I thought it was with Cowboys this year.
That was a preseason. Now they've done an in-season,
Oh.
and I haven't watched it.
The Colts.
Yeah,
Nah, I haven't seen it. Have
I might catch up on it because, like I said, I love that stuff.
Yeah. I wish we had HBO here, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get like I said, we'll get our own network.
Yeah. But yeah, should we move on?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this thing about Molly Mae?
You mentioned it, and I thought it was quite
Interesting.
Interesting.
Are you both familiar with who Molly Mae is?
Yes.
for those who aren't.
For those who aren't, just a quick recap. So she went on Love Island,
yeah.
and she's now not married. I keep saying married. She's now dating Tommy Fury, and she's also the creative director for Pretty Little Thing. Just a massive creator and influencer in the UK and globally as well. Just like your standard beautiful girl, you know, lots of money, XYZ. So she was on a podcast recently, and she goes, like, they were talking about, like, you know, the whole work ethic, money thing conversation came up, and she was like, oh, I get flamed every time I say this, but basically I hate people that whinge about with what their circumstances are. Everyone's got the same 24 hours in a day, and lots of people say that's not true if you've got privilege or whatever, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is factually true. You do have the same 24 hours in a day. You just gotta basically shut up and get on with it, and you can also be where I am one day.
Yeah.
And it's a couple that her company, or her personally, I don't know which one it was, recently put out a job ad for a social media intern or like an assistant, and they were paying like 20 grand a year, like super low wages. And like she was getting called out for it. They took the job ad down, whatever. She had to like come out and basically say, I feel like I just want to be a normal person on social media, all this like extra sad girl shit. But yeah, it was weird. Like it's obviously gone nuts over there in the UK and Europe and stuff. But obviously, and it's, you know, parts of it has come here. But yeah, what do you guys think, man? Like that's.
I think the only factual thing she said was the fact that there is 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, but I saw a really good point about it on KSI's podcast. Actually, they're like the British Nelk boys for me. Do you guys watch that?
As in the Sidemen?
Yeah. So I know they're lame most of the time, like respectfully. But when they talked about this, it was actually quite interesting.
What they say?
Where one of the guys was basically saying, even before she went on Love Island and got this massive break, and, you know, her social media really blew up, and she was able to leverage that and, you know, turn it into a whole thing, she was already at a pretty decent place.
Yeah.
Not like creatively, like she was already at a pretty decent place financially, whether that was through her family or whatever it was. She was a full-time YouTuber, but like if you saw the numbers that her YouTube channel was doing, you can't be a full-time YouTuber off the back of those numbers. But she had the ability and the I guess privilege of being able to pursue YouTube full time without having to worry about the money side of things. And so immediately when you contextualize it like that, now your 24 hours and someone else's 24 hours totally different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now this person who wants to pursue YouTube and turn it into a full-time gig but doesn't necessarily have the financial backing or the financial security that you already do, now they have to spend 8 hours, 10 hours not pursuing YouTube, whereas you can spend all 24.
They don't have that luxury to fall back
100%.
on.
Yeah.
Only
So-
rich people say, you know,
Everyone has 24 hours in a
honestly,
day.
like even Gary Vee to an extent.
Yeah.
No,
As
even
much
like
as you-
even just genuine hard workers
Yeah.
who aren't necessarily like super successful say that, but I mean you can say that. Sorry, as you were.
What?
Exactly. No.
I don't know. I just went, yeah.
No, I mean like even Gary Vee, who preaches hard work, right?
Yeah.
He still started with having his dad owning a business. That's
Yes.
one step
Correct.
that a lot of people
Yeah.
just can't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. True. His dad did own a business.
Yeah.
It's always convenient when your dad just owns a business, eh?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
No, not even
okay.
that, but
just the convenience
but
that
you know
comes
what I'm
with
Here
it.
we go. Here we go.
I'm not discounting how hard he's worked. He
Of course,
obviously
of
has
course.
worked
And I'm
very
not
hard.
discounting how hard you work.
Yeah, whatever.
He obviously worked very hard and
Yes.
everything like that. But it's unfortunately it's one of those things where someone can preach to you. Look, all you got to do is fucking get your hands dirty. But it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The starting mark is different.
Yeah, starting
Correct.
mark.
You know,
starting
so
mark.
it's yeah.
And I think the three of us are the last people to make excuses when
Yeah.
it comes to circumstance and privilege and all that stuff. But I think at the same time, you still have to distinguish, because my thing is like, young girls clearly look up to Molly Mae. And so now she's preaching from a place where she hasn't had to worry about money necessarily. And
Yeah.
she's gone, oh, you've got the same 24 hours, you can do this. Imagine the pressure that someone that's trying to be like her feels, but doesn't necessarily have the same platform that she does.
Yeah.
Now she's like, oh, fuck. But, I got to provide for myself or my family, but I also want to be like Molly Mae one day, and the progress is slow, or I can't really do it. That must be,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like having your person that you follow,
100%,
like
yeah.
that must be really tough.
Yeah.
So I think, obviously, like, I mean, look, credit to her for creating, making what she has of herself.
Yeah.
But maybe just like think about the words you say
Yeah.
and the way you position things, because not everyone's circumstances are similar to yours.
Yeah.
Most
And I
definitely not,
understand I understand the point she's trying to make, where it's like, hey, we've all got the same level of, I guess, like, not even resource, but like, hey, we've all got the same ability in terms of time. We're all the same time rich / time poor.
Yeah.
You just gotta
But
work at it. But she's not like, she's not putting the nuance to
the
it.
kind of
and
the kind of time is different. Like,
Correct.
Absolutely, yeah.
like they got 24 hours in a day, but the other people who don't have the luxury to fall back on like she does
Yeah.
have to cram a lot more into that to try and get even half the output that she does. Not output, but like the results.
Yeah. I would
And
do.
so they do 30 times the work. They won't even get half of what
Absolutely.
she gets to enjoy. So
It's like I was watching this. This is one thing I really admire with successful people, and I notice it with the ones that are self-aware, like The Rock and Will Smith, XYZ. I was watching a 60 Minutes documentary.
what'd you call me?
Hey,
There it is.
a 60 Minutes documentary with Trevor Noah,
Yes.
and he had like 2 of his producers with him who he brought from South Africa. So they're the ones that built up the Daily Show, and those are the guys.
Really?
that- as in like when he came over.
Yeah.
So it's those 3 that are Trevor Noah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so the person's asking like, oh, what makes Trevor Noah so successful? Start with the person left, and that guy's like, oh, his ability to connect with different cultures. The person on the right saying, oh, how you can take serious and both funny topics and mangle them in one great idea. And they go to Trevor, and Trevor's like, yeah, it's funny, these 2 speak on my behalf. And your question was, what makes Trevor Noah so successful? And he's like, my one answer, luck.
Really?
I'm lucky.
Interesting.
If I didn't have Bob and if I didn't have Randy on my side, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
If I didn't go to this gig at this time and meet this person, I wouldn't be here.
Very.
Yeah. He says it's 20% skill and
Yeah.
hard work, 80% luck.
Oh, fuck, I hope not.
Yeah. No, but you know what?
That's living.
No.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. But
Okay.
he says it's not like I'm sitting around waiting. He says
You got to actively pursue it,
One, he
right?
said
And
the-
position
yeah,
yourself to be able to,
exactly.
capitalize on that.
Exactly. He said the reason why I went to that club and did that gig is because I know I had to get
Yeah.
all these reps
Yeah,
to
so
get better.
That's why I asked if you agree with, like, because I don't agree with, so you contextualize it,
Yeah.
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you got to position yourself to
Yes.
be able to open yourself up, to be able to get
Absolutely.
those
Yeah.
quote unquote lucky breaks,
Breaks,
right?
yeah.
But if you're staying at home waiting for luck,
No.
No
So,
luck's coming your
No
way.
luck's coming your
I
way,
can't
but-
preach. It's 80% luck, so I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah.
You have to actually go out and
Yeah.
do this. But for example, Molly Mae, it was luck for her to get into Love Island,
Yeah.
to be put onto a national spotlight
Mhm.
on a show that requires no prerequisites
Yeah. True.
apart from being
You gotta
pretty.
be pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah. And the reason, I was with you until he contextualized it, where I was like, oh, fuck, I hope it's not luck, because that's leaving too much up to chance.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but
no,
positioning yourself
Yeah.
is
It's
crucial. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll speak on us because that's what I'm focused on.
Mm.
Our thing is this year to be outlandish, right?
Yeah.
So part of that is just
That's the theme for 2022.
can't just be outlandish. Part of that is to position ourselves to network and progress, you know,
Yeah.
and all those good things that people think fall in people's laps, and sometimes it comes across as just pure luck.
Yeah.
But
You're
you-
just lucky you know that person.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
just lucky.
I put myself
I
in a
made
position.
sure I was in a position to not necessarily meet that particular person,
Yeah.
but be able to meet someone like that, because that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow, trying to get somewhere. So I'm not going to get anywhere by just chilling at home.
Yeah,
Hoping.
exactly.
Totally, bro.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's like my favorite motivational speaker always says, Pitbull, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So,
But that's true. You know what I mean?
yeah, it is.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's very much like that thing. It's like, you know, you work hard, you put yourself in these opportunities,
Mm.
and then it's just kind of pure luck that the universe has also put someone there. But at the same token, it's your hard work got you there.
Yeah. See, that will resonate with a young person that wants to follow in Trevor's footsteps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Saying you got the same fucking 24 hours as everyone else.
100%.
Is make, you know, he's
Yeah.
being self-aware, and he's being aware of how his journey has happened, and
Yeah.
he's gone, look, a lot of it was just fucking pure luck. Obviously, I worked really hard and I put myself into these places, but some shit's got to go your way.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And
Yeah.
you know, those listening, some shit will go your way, some shit won't,
Yeah.
and that's just part of it.
100%. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a trend where I've noticed with very like, I think it was Oprah or someone who said it. She also said like, I can, like, trace my success and my life through small acts of kindness that people have given to me along my journey.
Yeah. Well, it's like what Joe said before, where it's like, you just want to be the guy that is really good energy,
Yeah.
that good things are attracted
Attracted to you.
towards. They're
Yeah.
coming to you as opposed to your guy.
Because that in itself is you're positioning yourself to be being received.
Yeah.
And
And that can be
I think-
seen as lucky, right?
yeah, it can be seen. And like you said, if that's how you want to think about it, it is. But
Mm.
in saying that, you do have to go out there and actively want to be better and get somewhere different. So
I'm thinking of a sense of like luck with a good connotation. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
right.
no,
I'm-
yeah.
No, I'm not looking at the way of someone pointing and being that's luck,
Yeah.
because then that will annoy me.
Correct.
Ah,
Like
okay.
pure chance.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that will annoy me. Be like,
Yeah.
no, I didn't get here because fucking.
Yeah, 'cause that's how exactly
someone
what I-
flipped a coin and chose me.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
I wasn't handed the shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it in the sense of if we're sitting here
Mm.
and we will be in fucking 5 years on a panel somewhere.
yeah, no time frames there.
Yeah, no time frames.
Yeah.
And they're just like, how did this happen? You want to be able to be like, look, you know, when luck means opportunity,
Correct.
that equals success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is the
Yeah.
perfect way to sum it
Yeah,
up.
and it's like you both you boys have said how sometime in the future you want to be able to point to a young creative in Auckland and be like, look, I'm gonna fund your shit.
Yeah. I 100% want to do that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's that right there? It's that person's getting, you know.
Lucky. But
Yeah.
also, I won't just...
But they also have to be. They also have to showcase that they're good enough,
100%.
Yes,
or
exactly.
at least want to do it.
Exactly.
And so that's part of
Hard
you
work.
position
Correct.
yourself. You know,
Correct. Yeah.
and you're not going to position yourself. You position yourself on the couch.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
And so-
that never's go, never
yeah.
get picked.
And I don't want to be. I was thinking we wrap it up there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
quite
yeah,
a good
of
place to wrap it up
course.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, be outlandish.
Be outlandish this year.
Position yourself however you want to. You know, whatever you want to.
Whatever that means for you.
Whatever that means for you. Just don't rest on your laurels. Go and get it.
Laurels.
I'll be honest. I used to hate hearing that. Just go and get it.
Yeah. Why?
Because because it was always just go and get it and not
how to go get it.
yeah or like no there's no one way to how I'm gonna get it, but like okay, is there anything else with that? And I think that's why people use the luck, say it's just lucky, because they don't necessarily understand the difference between trying to position yourself to receive that luck, so where opportunity meets chance is success, right? It was a chance plus
Opportunity meets luck.
when that thing
Yeah.
when that thing happens, for that to happen, you got to position yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we should have ended it before when it made sense.
No.
That's a secret equation, right? When hard
Yeah.
work plus opportunity plus luck equals
Success.
True.
Yeah.
And people are more willing to help those that are helping
help
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah.
Fuck, we feel like a national ad campaign right now.
Yeah, we
And
really
in saying
do.
that, we still got a long way to go.
We've
Yeah.
got
But
a long
I
way to
think
go.
there's one thing understanding and then trying to get after it, which that's exciting.
Fuck yeah.
and it's going to be super frustrating and whatnot on the way. But I mean,
It's part of it.
we've already had plenty of super frustrating times anyway, so like, why
Yeah.
not try and maneuver ourselves into a position where we can
Yeah.
Fuck
Right
yeah.
direction, right?
catch that opportunity.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been Marty.
Oh, can you want me to outro it?
You outro.
Yeah, just because you normally do a really good job.
You outro.
but
Because you normally do a really good job.
Yeah. Anyway, that's been another episode of Set the Tone Team. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thanks to Joe for jumping on today.
100.
Go check out Joe Daymond. He's an up and coming
Person?
just person.
Yeah.
Go check him out. He does some stuff on the internet, I've heard. This has been Johns, Miles, Marty. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Beauty.
KG the traveler, to pick it up twice, double handler. Baddest on my side like a bandana. Rose tatted on me like a bachelor. Running the ball, we play catching. I'd have flipped that, no spatula. Gap the scene, quick, no catching us. I direct the scene, and you acting. Cut.